Germ's here. Let's go, Germ.
Hey, Germ. Hey, Germ. What's up, boy?
Jimmer.
What's up, boy?
Jimmer.
What's up, boy?
What what are we having tonight?
A great time. A little bit of oxygen. A little bit of I'm drinking an IPA.
Okay.
So,
How did
I
IPA
think it's a
feel the next day?
brewery in Kansas City. Boulevard.
Yeah,
Boulevard. Do you know where Boulevard is? Kansas City.
it's Kansas City.
Yeah,
You're
Kansas City, Missouri.
you're supporting
Drink local.
the rivals.
Although whenever I one of my favorite local breweries that I support all the time, Anheuser Busch. I love a good macro beer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can't go wrong with InBev products for
They
sure.
make it the same every time. They've got it.
hmm
The process is just perfect.
People shit on McDonald's all the time, but guess what? You know exactly what you're getting with McDonald's.
Dude,
You know,
McDonald's just slaps.
it does.
Sometimes you,
It's not here,
sometimes,
it's not down here. It's just always mid.
oh, I don't know. If you're talking breakfast, it's pretty high.
Breakfast is good.
Breakfast is good, but I mean,
No Pimlico though.
some of the more true. Some of the more depressing road trips I've had, you have the old double Donsky stop. You're like, oh, early. I'm a little hungry.
Why are
Donskis.
they why are they depressing?
I don't know. You just double Dons, but I mean, not really depressing.
What
It's
what what is that? What's double downs?
double Donskis? Oh, just
Yeah.
two stops at McDonald's on your single road trip. So you're like, oh, turns out I'm hungry again. There's a McDonald's.
Huh. So like you stop for breakfast and then you stop for lunch?
Or like lunch and then like a little after lunch, little
Yeah.
pre-dinner, little pre-dinner French fries, couple.
I mean, I'm not gonna knock it because McDonald's is consistent. It's consistently consistent.
I don't know. I don't know if I would say uh, the word that comes to my mind when I think of McDonald's is not consistency, but
What's the word that comes to mind for you then?
uh, it used to be value, but I just think it's good. I mean, you can't overdo it. Like, I mean, you can obviously overdo it, but if you overdo McDonald's, then it's like it's real gross. But
Have you ever looked at Chad Ochocinco's timeline on X or Twitter?
no,
He is like the biggest McDonald's stan of all time. Like he eats at
yeah,
McDonald's every day. And he's like in peak physical condition for a 40 whatever
oh
year
yeah.
old.
Well, it's all about calories, calories in,
And
calories out.
yeah, I
I mean,
guess
that's
he
not what it's
still
all
works out.
about. But if you want to look fit, maybe your body doesn't.
Germ, I don't know what McDonald's you're eating at, but McDonald's is consistent. It is nothing like the Star Pool.
I just
There's no
disagree.
goalkeepers in there, first of all.
I like sometimes you get some good fries. Sometimes they're just butt cheeks, dude. They're
Yeah,
just
I
like
mean,
they're just like
so
maybe like cold or not crispy.
I'll be honest, I don't really like McDonald's fries. I like
Well, what the
everything
fuck?
else.
Wh- McDonald's fries are like a staple in the
They're
fast
like
food
a
industry.
they're like a C, a
It's
C
like
minus.
pick your favorite thing from each of these fast food restaurants. McDonald's French fries would be like one of the top rated of fast food French fries
Do you know why?
because they slap.
Because people are morons.
Mm, well, can't disagree with you there.
Can 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 you name like you have French fries that are higher on your list than McDonald's, right?
I'm a sucker for like a curly fry
Okay.
or like a Cajun fry, like something with like a little bit of spice to it.
So like an Arby's fry or like a
But
Checkers fry?
yeah, but I mean, if you yeah, oh yeah, rallies. Whew. Those are quite nice, but a lot of times when you get them delivered, they're kind of sogs.
You
But
can't get any of this stuff delivered. If you want quality,
no,
you don't get it delivered. You go to the place, you get the food, and you are your hands in the fry bag on the way home, and you're
Oh
like
yeah,
those are the best fries. They burn your fingers.
yeah. But I mean, if you're just talking about like a regular old French fry, McDonald's is probably one of the top ones for me.
It's okay to be wrong. Skazma wanted to let us know that he was cleansing his contacts. I mean, you might as well just told us that you were going to go take a big nasty shit, and
Oh,
TMI.
I think
But
he's
he's
talking
back.
about like his. I think he was talking about like his phone contacts, not like his eye contacts.
Whatever.
But that's just reading all of his comment, which says deleting bad numbers.
I
Unless he's
skipped
got
that part.
unless he's got like numbers inside of his contacts, he's just wiping them off. Like that's how yeah. That's how I remember things. I write things down in my contacts, and they're like, oh, you look up at the top of
You
your
got to pull them
eyeball.
out
Yeah.
and like, oh, that's
Like,
a
what was that?
number.
What was that thing I had to do today? Oh shit! I can't read it. It's on my contact. Now I can't see.
I,
LOL.
I I see you're wearing a Liverpool shirt. They won today, right?
Yeah, 4-0.
4-0.
4-0. And if I would have just played Mohamed Salah instead of Darwin Nunez, I would have been in second place.
Did Salah start?
Yes.
Was
And
that like a known thing?
no, I mean they were both probably not likely to start, but Salah, it's like if you, I don't know. It was like one of those times that I do a lot, and I'm sure you might as well, when you look back on the lineup and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like,
Oh,
why
yeah.
would I ever play why would I ever play Darwin over Salah in that spot? Like Salah's either gonna start or he's gonna sub in just like Nunez. And then if you're hoping for like a late 70-minute plus decisive, who are you gonna pick? Nunez or Salah? I picked Nunez because, I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Enough of the soccer talk. Skazma wants to know English versus American culture is so fun. What do you mean? It.
How
My
much
guess,
fast food we eat, and we're ranking fries.
to be fair, I think
Yeah, I'm a
it's the fact
chitty.
that we're eating fries while driving because they don't do anything while they're driving. I don't think,
Oh,
or they
dude,
don't drive.
how are you supposed to get better at like texting and driving if you don't text and drive?
Yeah. I remember my first car was a stick shift, and I got really good at smoking a cigarette, doing the stick shift, and like focusing on the road, changing CDs. Like I could do all of these things all at once. I don't think I could have added another like task, but I got good at it. And now when I go to work and I'm just driving like a loser that doesn't do any fun things, I'm pretty good at just like driving like a normal stooge.
Well, maybe you need to spice it up a little bit and start pulling
Start
out the old CDs
start smoking again.
yeah, start smoking again. Get some darts. Get your like little album case out of all your physical like little CDs
Yeah.
and start slapping them around. Say, I want to listen to track 16 on this CD and say 30 seconds in and say, fuck that song, I'm out. And then pop it out, flip through and put another one in.
Do you think Skazmo's at McDonald's right now charging his car?
Literally sat at McDonald's charging my car at 2 a.m. right now. Is it 2 a.m. in where does
Sat.
Skazmo live?
He's a Londoner.
What time is it in
They're-
London?
I think they're 6 or 7 hours ahead.
It is 2:09 a.m. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
he is.
2:09. Are you in Liverpool by chance? Next to the wharf?
That was okay. Do you remember your order?
Oh, dude, it was probably like $80 worth of McDonald's.
To set the stage, it was 4 or 4:30 a.m. at a Liverpool McDonald's that I assume we walked to.
Yeah, it was on the
And-
way. It was way back from the casino
And
where the
I think
Cardinals were playing when we walked in. That was awesome.
that was cool. I think the cool thing to me was the McDonald's in Europe. They had different different treats on their menu. Like their sandwiches were different, and basically the whole menu was different than what we're used to here.
Well, you could find that in the United States. Like you could go to Utah, and they have a different McDonald's menu.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like it's not vastly different, but they'll have different things on there.
What is it like? Southeastern? You can get a
Yeah,
southeastern
I
chicken
mean,
sandwich.
something weird.
Hmm. You'd think the people in the southeast wouldn't want a southeast themed McDonald's. They would want like a East Coast themed one.
Well, that's why they do it, is because like the demographic of that area likes a certain sauce. And so it's like, or they like bacon on all their shit.
Everybody likes bacon on all their shit.
Yeah.
What's a standard McDonald's menu in the US? Just like basic shit. Like we don't.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah,
Definitely answers the question.
like hamburgers and chicken sandwiches, and I think that's it. A filet of fish, and a McRib every November. When the cost of whatever the square shaped McRib meat is cheaper. Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's not the same as everywhere, Skazmo. It's different.
Let's see. A mush burger. Available in Bulgaria is a mush burger from McDonald's. Pork topped with horseradish served on a bun.
Sounds gross.
Yeah, we don't have the old mush burger.
It's a terrible name too. Oh, give me the mush burger with extra gruel.
Norway has something chili cheese something. Chicken McDo. The Philippines, 2-piece meal of fried chicken. See, like in the Philippines, McDonald's has the chicken McDo, which is 2-piece of fried chicken.
Yeah, Germ's
don't
the
have-
filet of fish guy.
We don't have fried chicken. I don't think I've ever eaten fish from McDonald's. That seems like real risky.
It's not. I mean, it's. Have you've had fish, like fish fingers before, right? Or like.
Yes.
So I mean, it's like a patty, a fish patty
Like a
that's
frozen-
like highly processed.
Frozen cod.
Sure. I mean, it's probably 10 different types of fish thrown through a blender or something, and they make a patty out of it, like a robot somewhere. does
Grind up all
this.
the bones.
Yeah.
I ate the bones.
We don't have seasonal menus, I don't think. I mean, they might do. There's like a McFlurry that they'll do during St. Patrick's Day, and it's green, but like that's about it, I think.
Well, I would say like the McRib is seasonal. The fillet of fish is probably seasonal. Maybe
No.
not. I don't know.
It's year round.
Oh.
It's always
Well.
fish season.
I don't know.
Yeah, pigs in a blanket mean different things though. We've discussed that before, Skazmo.
Holiday pie.
Yeah.
Ooh, I could get a little holiday pie.
Jimmer, you saw
Also,
this bit of news about what is it, Starkware and a potential what was it, a airdrop?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't read a whole lot about it, but Starkware dropping coins for wallets that have used their layer 2, which everybody with a SoRare wallet has used Starkware unknowingly.
Yeah. The one thing I'll say is for anybody that is listening, don't do anything. Like, don't try to claim anything until you like check with other people to make sure that like it's a real thing. There'll be lots of scams probably over the next 2 weeks regarding Starkware and Starknet airdrops. And what they're going to do is they're going to try to get you to put your private key in somewhere, and they're going to steal all your shit. You'll see lots of those. If there really is an official airdrop and they have it, there'll be, I guess, well documented ways of doing it. But just I would check with someone else before you go following instructions you find online.
Let somebody else be the old scapegoat.
Yeah, and I mean, like if you're accessing, like the correct domain and you're going to starkware.io or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but just make sure that you're not falling for some scam.
But I mean, I don't even know that they've officially announced an airdrop, so I
They
don't
haven't.
know. Okay.
So someone found on one of their domains basically it was the way to claim your Starkware airdrop, and in short, it was posted like on some dev site, like it wasn't supposed to be in production, and someone randomly came across it. Supposedly,
Sounds like a old scam-a-lama ding dong.
yeah, maybe. Um, did y'all get the Sorare airdrop from Discord over the weekend? Can't wait for my mega reward. Yeah, yikes.
Was that this past weekend? I don't
Who
even
we blaming
remember
for
what it
that
was.
one again? I think there was a scapegoat for that.
The DJ guy,
Yeah, that's so I hear. He's
DJ
like the
Cronky.
Cronky. That's right, Cronky. Stan
Yeah,
Cronky. It's his son, I
DJ
think.
Cronky. The DJ Cronky, who has password as his password on Discord and totally fucked everyone.
I think it was password 1 exclamation point. I think.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
One of the things that I was wondering with this whole Starkware airdrop thing and like how Sorare does give you access to your private key for your like custodial wallet.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen anyone like fuck around with that and mess it up. And so like if this is like if they have an airdrop and it's actually like, oh shit, if you have a lot of cards, like if you have 100 cards, you can get $500 in an airdrop. I bet we'll see a decent amount of people like really fuck up their like. So it's really interesting because
nobody's a crypto person anymore on the platform. Like it used to be only crypto people. Now it's just people that are playing a fantasy soccer game.
yeah, and I didn't really get my point, which was like I don't know how Sorare really can handle that because they're basically saying we're your custodian wallet, but we're also giving you access to your private key. And if like somebody can steal all of their assets without Sorare's real intervention or like stopping any of that. And so like I wonder how they would handle something like that. Obviously they can't do anything, but
this has happened before. Remember there was that airdrop for Paint?
yeah, that's I think that's what I did. But I mean that was back when that was before the Gary V thing, right?
Right.
Like there was 1,000 people playing.
I think it was after Gary V, maybe. I don't know. Paint.
But I was like curious.
I kept my Paint.
Oh, I think I did too. It's in the moon, dude.
Where's zero? Where's zero?
Is it?
I think so.
Let's see.
It would be like $ Paint, I think, is the token name.
Paint. Is it just Paint all caps?
I think so. Yeah, that seems right.
Mural.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Paint.
I'll go ahead and share this real quick.
Go to Uniswap.
It's worth. That's a lot of zeros before the first number.
Oh, it's called okay. It's called
Mural,
but the ticker is Paint.
Right. It was up 7% today though. So so like when it first airdropped, it went to like what is that like?
See, all time when it first airdropped, it was
like
I guess
4/10 of a cent. And like I think but remember you got like 100,000 of it. Like you got so many of them. Like the circulating supply is like 9,258,000,000,000 or 9,258,000,000. Like that's
many coins.
Any rate, I think some people did sell theirs though, and they got a couple $100 out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it was worth claiming at the time. It was like a couple $100 for sure.
Yeah,
and that's why I would expect this Starkware one to be like that too.
I would think so too.
Oh, here's my Paint. All right, I've got 193,000 Paint tokens. Worth $73.
Okay. So
So I
it
mean,
didn't crash. You're all right.
yeah, I mean, we still got a ways to go. Wait till that paint token comes back, boys.
Scosmo said, basically, are we rich? And can he buy more pailles?
Um,
Isn't paella like a type of food or something? Paella.
I think it's something you feed babies.
Paella?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
It's
I'm gonna
something.
Starkware airdrop. How to qualify back in March? Like, there's all this like documentation on it that's like 9 months old. So
Oh, paella. Oh yeah, the Spanish delicious rice dish. Of course. Of course.
$73 is a good corner bet. Yeehaw.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Um I, it's so weird because like right now we're kind of like I think we're still kind of like bearish. Maybe like more it's like stability. Like I get it, we're up a bunch over the last like but I don't feel like we're like, oh, it's bull run time in crypto. And usually you see a lot of these airdrops when it's like things are very, very bullish. And at least that's kind of what we saw with like the gods on chain stuff. Like that was like peak boom when all we saw all those airdrops.
Yeah.
And then you didn't see an airdrop for a long time in the bull market.
Everybody's holding out,
Yeah, I guess.
The new coins being created have to be created when there's a lot of excitement and money flowing around.
Yeah, people doing dumb things. People have a
Dude,
lot of extra money.
I don't even remember what it's really like. It's been kind of like so long. I remember like when I had first kind of like dabbled in it. It was like, dude, so the stuff that you would buy would be like up 20% one day, down 30% the next, up 40%, down 20%, up 10%, down 40%. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Peak bull run is like every single day it's up 20%.
Yeah. But then it like crashes and then comes back and it's like you actually have a reason to like be looking at charts. But it's been like pretty stable-ish for the past
Scasmo
while.
was Powell actually asking for a Sorare coin? I don't because he's doing that thing with keys. Like
Oh, those are arena tickets, baby.
he's got some other silly thing he's got going
Drop
on.
me
Like
some tickets, baby. So
I
I can
don't
go get
like the I
some
don't like the
sloppy
idea
steaks.
of Sorare coin because I think it really ties like the platform to the coin and like the success of the coin. I don't know. Like I think it would be incredibly risky to like for them to release something like that. And then also too, like a lot of them do things like that for governance. And like the community and the people with the tokens don't always have the company's best intentions in mind, but even like the greater community, they don't have like everyone's best interest in mind.
Yeah, I mean everybody's gonna be selfish, so.
Yeah. Like you're gonna be trying to get a limited pro division in there, and nobody wants that bullshit.
Everyone wants that. What do you mean? That would pass with flying colors in a governance Sorare coin vote.
Yeah, or people wouldn't vote. Like nobody would vote, and then one whale would just vote no. Like Bellama or like Nanzo would come in and be like, "Nope, we're not doing that."
Yeah. Just wait till the last second, slap all his coins on the table.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Nanzo just big dicked us. We're not getting a limited pro.
To be fair,
That'd
Nanzo would
be.
be all about that. Another division that he can put his cards in, he would probably love that.
Does anybody do that like in the Sorare community? I guess like it'd have to be somebody with a lot of influence, but like general polls about like this or that, like limited pro. Do you guys want it? Like polls on Twitter or anything? I don't know if
I don't know. I've not
I've
really
never.
seen that.
It'd be interesting. Maybe like from Sorare data of like, hey, do you guys want penalties or like the penalty scoring to change. 'Cause
Yeah.
I do.
Some of that might be kind of fun and actually would like
Well, I mean,
increase engagement.
it's just like free product discovery.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you had 2,000 people respond to the survey, and 93% of them think that the penalty scoring is stupid. We should
Yeah.
probably change it. That's what I mean. Their product team should be doing, but
Scasmo said Powell just wants exit liquidity. Have we ever seen like Powell's
man.
profit and loss?
I would assume it's not public on Sura data.
I think even when you could see some of that stuff, his wouldn't load because it was like it would like break the Sorare data database.
This user has decided to keep their manager stats private, just like his identity.
Yeah. He's first place in Asia Rare right now, though.
What a guy. He has 45 first place victories with 48,302 rare cards. Man, okay, do you think if Pavel Trader wants some exit liquidity, do you think the game suffers significantly if Pavel exits?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
Oh,
obviously.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
obviously,
yeah.
oh yeah, I used to be a piece of shit.
Yep.
I mean, obviously the answer is yes, but like, does it? Like,
I mean, that's like
does
platform killing material right there.
yeah,
like,
does it kill? Is he that important to the ecosystem?
I think you know, I don't think game dies. I don't think that happens. I think that just we're all playing at much lower stakes. Obviously, when something like that happens, there's always an opportunity for someone to come in and buy up all the assets and kind of become the new pal. So you would need that to happen at some level, but there's no exit for him without a new pal trader, basically.
No, I mean, like, he could just say, fuck it, I'm out. I don't care. But people will buy it, but it'll, like Scosmo said, it's going to be raised to 0 on everything. And
I don't think it would be that bad.
I think, like, the garbage probably, like, the floor on the garbage falls real low. Like,
that stuff just won't sell. It won't sell.
Yeah. But, I mean, we've been all about this trust the team hashtag, right? Maybe we need to just trust the Pavel. You know, if if everything is that reliant on Pavel Trader not exiting this game, he's got us all by the balls.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a Pavel ball trader. Paul Ball Trader.
I think he did like slow down like his operation as far as like buying galleries and stuff. I think he said that he's like not doing that right now, which I get that.
I don't know how he manages it. Like,
oh, it's not one person.
Oh, it's Jokesy?
I think it is. It's like
Jokesy and his crew?
Yeah, I think it's a lot like how Pranksy operates. I don't think it's one man. It's a group of people.
Well, I mean, yeah. But seems very weird because he would have to hire people, I guess, right?
Or it's like his family.
Imagine like Laird talks sometimes about trying to explain his job to people. Imagine trying to explain your job as working for Pavel Trader. Like, well, see, there's okay, well, first off, there's this game. I'll get into that later. But
Right.
There's this guy who I don't know who contacted me on the internet, and he pays me in crypto every week for me to sign into this account and then just like list these cards, these digital cards.
Keep going.
Yeah, that's.
And then I have to deal with random people on the internet and
Yeah.
have conversations with them, and they want to trade cards and give me ETH for the cards. And
this one time I accidentally clicked accept when I should have hit reject. And
with
I'm
Jonathan
fucking
David unique.
I'm on thin ice. Yeah. Jonathan
Oh,
David
man.
unique. Oh God.
Yeah, Powell about killed me. He about killed me.
I was drinking a little too much that night, I'll be honest. Had a little too much of the old weed and I clicked accept.
Yeah. Man, I mean that might exist, or it might just be like his children, like little pal, like Pal Junior is like,
Pavel Jr. Trader.
yeah, and he's teaching them all how to like instead of them playing Roblox and like trading furry
Yeah,
skins,
dude. I
they're
don't know. Listing cards on the marketplace is fun as hell. Way better than Minecraft.
I mean, if he tells his kids that they get to keep X number of dollars per
It's like
card that they
like
sell or
picking
something.
up gumballs in the yard. It's like if you list 1,000 players today, you get dinner.
Like what's funny is like we've seen all these other bots that like have gone haywire, like Basil buying or selling random shit for too low of prices. I don't feel like Pal Traders like got a bot running. I think it's human beings and labor. It's like meat and potatoes.
Just hard to believe. I mean, I'm not saying he's not doing that, but it just seems crazy.
Maybe the listing of the cards. He uses a bot to list them.
How long can you list cards for?
7 days.
7 days is max.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. But shop in Taiwan. Taiwan #1.
I think it's Romania. Didn't somebody say or Poland, right? It's like
Pavel
Eastern.
is a Polish name.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Is it Polish?
Yes. It's
What about
Paul.
Trader?
It's
What about
it's
Trader?
yeah, yeah, it is.
It's like,
Trader, it's
ooh,
actually pronounced differently, but in Polish, but
he's like related to Harry.
yeah, he is.
They're like cousins.
They're like cousins. Harry's trades, but yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. Good point.
Yeah, Skazmo's saying Pal's Polish too, so I guess I believe that. You guys said that that's actually Paul. Means
Paul is
Paul.
the English translation to Pavel, yeah.
Okay.
I know this because one of my best friends growing up, his name is Pavel. So, and he was Polish.
Does he play so rare?
Fuck. Possible.
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't think that would be him. But that's exactly what he would want me to think.
Exactly. Exactly. I explained so rare to somebody at work the other day.
Did you?
First time ever. Yeah. And he
Was it rival based?
no.
Oh.
He's like hardcore gamer. And he was like super, super light. But he's also like into sports too. And I wasn't like trying to shill him, but I was just like explaining it to him. And he's like, this sounds like Blizzard selling skins and real money auction house where people just pay
Yeah.
to win. And I'm like, yeah, kind of is. And he's like, that doesn't sound very fun. I'm like, but it is. It's different. Like,
I would say
see,
like if you're a hardcore gamer though, you wouldn't find Sorare fun. You'd have to be pretty into sports and gambling.
it's different. And that's what I had to like explain to him. Like, yes, Mbappe is like buying the Master Sword, and it like gives you special powers. But he's also like it. Also, you don't win every time with your purple sword. You you have to put other guys with him, and sometimes they
Other
suck.
sports? You got cross swords? Yeah, hell yeah. So what was the outcome? Is he referred or what?
No, he just thought it sounded dumb. But he also like full disclosure, he was like, I've never played a fantasy sport one time.
Yeah, I mean that's
And
the problem. That's what it's a fantasy sport.
yeah.
It's not I wouldn't call it a game. Like it's I don't know. Rivals is more of a game, but it's still a
It's
stretch.
not.
Like to me, a game is something that you can sit down and play like whenever you want. Like you're dependent on real live games. Like if they had a mode where like somehow you could play an actual soccer match with the players in your gallery, like an ultimate team in FIFA, you had to own the players to have access to them in the game. That to me is more of a game, but there's gamified elements to So Rare, but I just don't think it's a game.
What if Rivals turned into like a simulation of sorts, like replay mode,
Dude,
or
I
like
love
Football Manager style
dude,
simulation?
I loved replays.
Do you remember? Have you ever played Football Manager and how like they
I
spin the game?
haven't. I downloaded I think a demo for it or something. It was very overwhelming, like at first. I didn't really understand what to do.
Yeah.
But I downloaded it just to see like potential ratings of players for So Rare.
Right.
But like I didn't really get it. Like I wouldn't play something like that.
Yeah. I want to talk about this for a second. Scosmo said, I hate when people disregard the drop in market prices by it's just a game. Literally 100% of people who came in bought to make money. No one. So like without that part, I do hate the like I know I love you Laird and I love you Gator Guy, but you guys do it sometimes and it's like, "Oh, we should just be having fun. It's just a game." Like for me and you, like that's I can't tell people that. I started buying cards 5 years ago when they were $10. Like I can't say that to anyone. Like with it
Dude,
for it to have any
take
meaning
it
at all.
easy, man. It's just a game.
Yeah, come on, buy more cards. It's just a
Come on,
game.
Betty. It's just a
Right.
game. What are you so mad about?
Yeah. And I
No,
mean,
I
like
like
they're
it's
even in the
true.
same situation a little bit.
It's true. I mean, I think the ultimate success of it is not if they keep trying to gamify or try to hide behind this isn't gambling. I think they need to get the fucking gambling license and call it what it is because nobody, like Scosmo said, nobody's here. Like it's not the fun of the game is winning money. It's not,
Yeah.
oh my god, I enjoyed just putting 5 guys in a lineup so much.
I mean that or
Rivals, that's
let
why
me
Rivals is more of an actual game. There's nothing to it. And that's why it's like, okay, it can be a game if they never reward anything because people just like leaderboards and shit. Like Fantasy Premier League is more of a game. There's nothing you can really realistically win, but you're just playing against your friends. It's kind of like a league of fantasy with your friends. Like it's fun. I do it to socialize with my friends and it's fun. I'm not expecting to really win money out of it.
yeah. I mean a few
Yeah.
parts of that like Skaz said the reason it's fun is because there's money on the line. I disagree with that a little bit because I think that the game is actually it is fun. Like fantasy sports is fun whether you have $1,
Why don't
$0,
you play
$1 million
Ultimate
on the line.
Champions?
Why don't I play it?
Yeah.
I would say
It's the same thing.
I don't like all these versions of things.
Oh, is that why you have an Android phone?
That's not the same at all.
Okay. Okay.
Totally different things. Any rate, yeah, I just feel like it's a bit of a ripoff.
Um, I get where I'm more so with Scosmo on this. Like for me, like okay, an analogy. How often do you play poker for no money?
Never.
Yeah, same thing. Nobody
But
fucking
playing
plays.
poker is fun.
But you play it because there's money on the line. You don't play it with like your mentality and the enjoyment of poker is totally different if it's just play chips and you don't care. It's like I'm all in, get me out of here, I don't care.
Yeah.
But it could be for $1, but it's still, and that's why like for me, playing So Rare is fun because there are things to win. And I
Yeah.
will keep playing it as long as even if the cards are worth $5 or $10. Like it's still going to be
Sure.
worthwhile to me. Yes, I will. I mean, you see it when card prices dip, you probably care a little bit less about your lineups. If card prices were 10 times what they are now, we'd be spending twice as much time building our lineups
Right.
because there's that much more at risk. And time is money, baby. Driving crooner, baby.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you guys for the most part, but I don't know. Like,
I'm not saying people can't think of it that way. Like
Yeah.
people can obviously have fun just playing the game and watching their players and owning their players, and I think that's kind of more of the collector side of it. Like I'm definitely like I just like buying shit and having it and saying I have this and you don't. But for me, and I think a majority of people, it's because there's money on the line or things to win that are tangible,
Right. And
jerseys, whatever.
and I do think that like that's one of the things that they've like slipped on up on a little bit. Like some of the rewards should be cooler, shinier looking cards, like the MLB cards that they just came out with for like the Player of the Year or whatever. It's like why don't we do that more often? And I don't have an answer for that. I don't know what the roadblock is.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that we have to have the assumption that like you're like that's the take, but then you have to assume it's like, well, we don't know what the license agreements are. It's like, well, just fucking tell us, because you don't like the worst thing is you don't want people just assuming things, and it's like if there are legitimate like special edition licensing agreement limitations to that,
Hmm.
like it would be more valuable for people to know that, right?
Right.
So you don't have people just being like constantly every other podcast being like, there's so much opportunity. Why don't they do this, and this?
Yeah.
Because like that seems like pretty low hanging fruit, right? It's like make 100 cards a season, but 50 of them are normal. The other 50 are 25 different special editions.
They're shiny.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you get into like collection challenges with that. You don't want half of them to be special editions with like XP boosts on your whatever, but
Right.
more than 3 out of 100.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of good ideas. Like I think somebody on a podcast one time was just like any card that you get for first place should like there should be something special about it, whether it's like a special border or whatever. Like
Yeah.
that would be kind of cool.
But just like you go back to some of the things that we saw, like in MLB Champions, like although as a company and knowing baseball, they didn't and they were shitty. But some
Yeah.
of their ideas were pretty good. Like when you talk about the like events, and it's like, oh, I had go back to the classic Mike Trout hitting a grand slam in the World Series, Game 7. I was like, okay, that's bullshit. But at the same time, if that fucking happened, that would be unbelievable to have a momentum or a memento of that event, right? Like so when you win first place, right? The first place winner, their captain or whatever in that team, like maybe you get an action shot of their decisive, right? Or
Yeah.
whatever that looks like. And I do think that like that is the future of So Rare. I think it is capturing those moments and building that into
He said moments.
the NFT, yeah, moments, whatever you want to call them, because that is like that's part of the collectability, and it's like, okay, I was there for this, I remember this, I have this, and it's much more than like a ticket or something like that. Whoa! But you look at like FIFA Ultimate Team and you like it. Okay, what did the cards look like when they started FIFA Ultimate Team? They were probably like garbage. And over the years, they keep coming out with these cooler and cooler cards and action shots and special editions. And like I think that's where we go. But like I don't know. It's a
I think
weird thing to prioritize. I don't think it's like critical, and I think it's like if they really truly can meet mass adoption, then they can afford to hire a specific media team to own those assets and make that thing come true.
yeah. I think they're at a point where I don't want to say they grew too fast, like too big too fast,
Oh, they
but like
definitely did.
from like a company standpoint, like hiring too many people.
Well, I mean, it's a perfect example from the U.S. office, right? It's like exactly what Nico
Yeah.
came out and said. He's like, there's a reason why he came out and said, I want to be closer to this product. It's not because he actually wanted to be closer to the product. It's because it was fucked up. And people weren't doing shit. They didn't have the passion for it. And the people that were hired weren't great. That's what happened.
Yeah.
He would have never done that if he wanted to be close to the product the whole time, right? So I think they grew too big too fast. And it's very like I think people underestimate how difficult it can be to onboard new people and onboard successful people. Hiring is really hard. maintaining new people and good people is really hard. And I think that's one of the big challenges that they went through in that time frame that we're like, what the fuck are they doing for the past year? They're trying to clean up their own house and figure out what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really like a really good perspective of everything, and especially that the U.S. office, when you just like look back on maybe the last year, like what innovative, what has come out of that office that has like impressed you. And sure, there might be a couple of things, but honestly, I don't feel like that they've done anything for the product.
Well, my personal opinion is I wouldn't go that far. I mean, like, people are aggravated with NBA and MLB, but people forget the first 2 to 3 years in so rare on soccer.
Well, people don't know the first year or 2 years on Sorare Soccer. They
Yeah,
weren't
and that's the
here.
point. Like, MLB and NBA didn't have the time to actually mature and learn and grow, right? I think the biggest problem was that they didn't have to do any innovation. All they had to do was care and learn about what the soccer product had done and
Yeah.
implement that, right? And I think the fact out of the gate, we had very different products from NBA and MLB. Undercover boss in the US office. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
He puts like a
He'd be like,
mustache on.
yeah, he's like, this guy sounds kind of fucking French. Is that neat? It's like, what's this French dude doing in the office?
Keeps looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
He told me to
I
like
forgot.
reduce the scarcity limit by 10, like 10x.
10x. Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about, but yeah, I mean, MLB and NBA had to hit ground running and do everything perfectly based on the expectations of where the soccer product was. And out of the gate, I think that's where I was talking about. Out of the gate, they were pretty different products, right? Like their UIs were different. You couldn't do the same things, and they had like no announcements that they were going to even get to that point. And now I think once they've like really reined things back in to become a true platform, you're seeing collections across both of them. You're seeing, I mean, you don't see training the same, but you're seeing training updates. You're seeing things that are way more consistent across all three products.
Scasmo, I'll disagree with you a little bit that they have a clear blueprint. Like the products in themselves are a lot different. Like basketball and world football are very different things, and like when you look at like the economy and supply, and I feel like they are so two very different things that, like, yes, the blueprint for those two sports should have been much closer to our soccer platform, but they, for whatever reason, kind of wanted to go and do their own thing and build their own thing, and that's, I think, was probably their biggest mistake.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be bad. I think the initial intentions are probably good. Like, you want teams like that to be autonomous, otherwise they can't succeed. But they have to be able to learn and build off of these reproducible things that the soccer product built. My assumption is the soccer product wasn't in a place to be reproducible, and it was like spaghetti code and spaghetti shit that they couldn't take and clone. So they had to build their own things, and they couldn't reuse it. What they needed to do was take a step back and create, as simple as like styling sheets on their website, right? And making sure things feel and look consistent, which they did, but they need to take a step back and make sure that something like that at the very basic level is done. And then you can get to like the core components. But I mean, like, there are definitely like decisions that were made, like the supply, right? I don't blame them for making the decision they made, because it's like, well, you have X amount less players, right?
Right.
And their goal was probably much higher than what they hit in terms of active users. But I still would have argued, if I was in that room, I'd say, this is very confusing as a platform. What we need to do is release the same scarcities. We need to monitor it very closely. If we need to, we'll build a 1 out of 5,000 scarcity that's a new color.
Yeah, a purple card.
And that
definitely
will
not purple, green.
And those scarcities will just be exclusive to the America contest, because, or the US sports because there's only one league versus global football, which is a totally different beast of player pool and the ability for players to move around the globe and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it say something about the sustainability of the threshold in soccer?
Like, should they have a beat the game
Oh,
mechanism in the other?
absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's selfish because that would be awesome, but I mean, like, that's what everybody wants to play. I mean, you look at old Bob that came over and said, "Fuck MLB. I love baseball, but it sucks. Fuck it. I hate it.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything good. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go play beat the game over in soccer. That's all I care about. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be very strategic about what I can do and try to beat the game. And people like in soccer are loud enough about how they can't win, right? Winning is hard. We
Yeah.
think, you and I are like, well, we've been around for a long time. Winning is hard, but it's like tough shit. Buy some cards. Winning should be special, and winning is special in soccer because stuff is still reasonably priced. I mean, people would argue it's much less than last year, but then you look at MLB and NBA, and it's like people just don't want to get in. Like the value proposition is like, I can't really see it. Like they can't napkin math me putting in $100 and
But it's just a game, baby. It's not an
oh,
investment.
driving
It's just a
crooner,
game.
baby. So like, I don't know. Like Peyton here, he's like one of my buddies, and I talked to him whenever he's been playing. He's been playing for almost 2 years probably now. But he is very adamant about how critical the threshold is for his enjoyment and interest in the game. Like if they got rid of the soccer threshold, that would be worse than Pavel Trader leaving, I think,
Yeah.
in terms of a platform killing design. But it's a really awkward question because it's like when you talk about the platform things and it's like people from soccer, and it's like, oh, they understand about soccer. It's like maybe they get into MLB or NBA and they're like, oh, I'm gonna check out soccer, and like, wow, what is this beat the game mode where I can win
The only thing that
$5?
worries me a little bit about the beat the game threshold stuff is it's very Ponzi esque.
Yeah.
By the way, what's that? Are you like shuffling poker chips or
Oh, you
something?
can hear that? No, the bottle caps.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what that was. Oh, very nice. I'll have to take a screenshot of that. Perfect. I'm gonna add that to the Spank Bank.
Oh, you already did? Oh, hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Very nice.
Dude, Spank Bank's always open, even on Sundays.
Yeah.
So you mean like Ponzi from a sense that like, I mean, so Ponzi's to me are
So
in order.
we're taking this money that people bought cards with, and we're going to reward this money back to them in hopes that they'll take that same money we gave back to them to buy more cards, and then they're going to keep playing this threshold mode, and we're going to keep rewarding money back to them. It's like, I don't know, it's almost like you're paying them back with customer funds, and it just, I don't know, it granted,
Oh,
I don't disagree that it's like really made the platform successful, but I also think it's kind of dangerous.
yeah, I don't disagree with like the sustainability of So Rare from a threshold standpoint because like, oh, Skosmo with the double Donskis.
Oh, double dance.
Oh,
just
Soju?
let's go. I need screenshots of what you
Dude,
bought.
Soju sounds good.
What is soju?
It is rice wine.
No, that's
Or is
sake.
that sake, yeah. Soju is it's like I think it's like a vodka ish. I was talking about sake though. So
Yeah, I'm gonna need to know what. I'm gonna have to just Google soju.
yeah, maybe
Clear, colorless Korean distilled alcoholic beverage, usually consumed neat. Alcohol contents go from 12 to 50%.
Yeah.
What does it taste like though?
I think it's just kind of like a. Oh yeah, okay. So it's like Korea. It's like Korean sake. Yeah, it's rice wine. I was right.
Okay.
So it's like Korean's version of sake.
Okay.
Sake's like Japanese.
So you were going to say something about Threshold, and then you got
Oh yeah, distracted by the double
sidetracked.
Donskis.
Yes.
Um, what was I gonna say?
I was
Something
talking about
about.
how it was very Ponzi-esque.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's like because when I think of a Ponzi, I think about like the success of the company or your success depends on soliciting new people to put in more money, right? And
Mhm.
effectively, I think the Ponzi part of it is so rare sustainable because they're just paying you back out the money that you put in,
Mhm.
basically. And I think like one of the things that's really difficult in the threshold right now is the card prices, right? Like anybody could take a napkin and say what should be the price of rare cards if I can hit 10 if I can hit 10 thresholds in a soccer season, which is $500, right? And if I buy 26-year-old players, maybe they're good for 5 years. If I buy 10 of them, like what should be the price of a card? And if you napkin math that, it should be way more than they are right now.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It's like I don't not enough people see the value proposition in terms of like new people coming in. And rare cards should be more expensive than they are based on the threshold payout.
Right.
Um, so it's an opportunity, but I think that's the opportunity that like is potentially going to fuck the platform as well.
Yeah, and I mean, like, how many rare thresholds does it cost to pay for a lineup? And can you accomplish that in, like, how long should it take to accomplish that? Should you be able to pay back a lineup in a year, 2 years? And I get
Yeah,
it. You have injuries and you have to buy depth and all this other stuff, but
that's
like,
that's also the really weird expectation in Sorare. It's like people almost expect to have their like team and their cards paid off in a season, and it's a
I think less.
failure.
I think most people feel like less.
Yeah, which is crazy because it's like that's. I mean, in a world where your card values don't drop, which isn't true, obviously, but in a world where your card values don't drop, you're talking about 100% ROI in a year, which is crazy. Like you can't get that
Yeah.
anywhere, and people are complaining about it, right? And it's like if you napkin math 20% ROI, you're paying off your cards in 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like Scosmo's saying 24% yield is pretty good. 24% yield isn't pretty good. That's unbeatable.
Right.
Where are you getting 20% return on 24% return on anything right now? And you get to like play fantasy sports.
Right.
So I'm like that's where it's like to me it's concerning and it's like similar to the EPL modes, like the winter modes where it's like the value proposition is there. The value proposition of thresholds is there for people to go out and buy super rares, for people to go out and buy uniques. People aren't doing it. Why? The value proposition for EPL tournaments it's there. Oh yeah, customers, not investors. But they're not doing like there was like very little people that did the contest, it felt like. And maybe there aren't as many cards.
I talked to Laird about it today, and the big problem I had was like all the whales were playing it. They were all playing the super rare division. There were a little more people in the rare, and then or a little less. Like I felt like less people in the rare, and then even less in like limited. But it's like the whales were the ones willing to spend their money. But before I go any further, Jimmer, I have a special guest for you.
Yeah.
He's at
Oh,
boy.
Donski's.
hey babe.
What's happening? What's going on?
What are we
Dude.
eating?
How are we doing? What are we eating?
Yeah.
We got some
Is
chicken
this
nuggets.
Skazi Daddy?
We got some chicken nuggets.
Oh my god.
Of course.
Do
Put some
you,
double downs.
do you bet on how many corners of those chicken nuggets you're gonna bite off?
No, I would lose. I wouldn't be able to afford my meal
Oh.
otherwise.
Wow. Hey,
What kind
great
of
to see
vehicle
you.
are you in right now?
Well, my vehicle I'm in, it's an electric car. I'm in an electric car right now.
Oh, boogie,
Is
boogie,
it-
boogie.
is
Are
this
you
your
doing-
car?
are
It
you-
sucks. It's fucking
electric.
sucks. It's a horrible car. I hate it. Don't ever buy an electric car. Don't ever do it.
Are you playing So Rare Rivals to get some zaps to charge that bad boy?
No, I'm not, to be fair.
Oh,
No, you know what? I got bored with it pretty quickly.
yeah.
I'm
Rivals?
don't
Or
tell
your-
Zap
your
Daddy.
electric
Don't-
car.
Don't tell Zap Daddy Tripping B. Don't tell him.
Oh,
But I
he's
got bored.
listening.
pretty
He's
quick.
listening right now. The Zap
I
Father.
know.
If
I
he
got
hears,
bored.
if somebody mentions the word rivals in the So Rare community, he's there.
He's like stand in the mirror and say Zap Daddy 3 times, right? And he just
Yeah.
appears. Yeah.
Exactly.
I see you have your.
Face paint and everything.
I see you have your like traditional European thing around your neck. What do we call that?
What's called a scarf.
Oh,
Yeah.
a scarf, of course.
A scarf.
Yes.
I've also
Yeah,
got
I-
a hat, to be fair, Black, Andy. I've got a hat for you as well. I got a hat.
Wait, what?
Is that?
What kind of
Oh,
hat
that's
is that?
that's
got
that's
a hat.
McDonald's hat.
Oh,
Dude,
Yeah,
I
that's
also
like,
I also have a McDonald's hat.
that's like Gangsy New York stuff right there.
Yeah. How do you think you got those nuggets, dude? Rolled in with a little Tommy gun.
I don't pay for these. I don't pay for them. They're free.
That's right. It's like, oh god, we gotta hide the nuggets. Scosmo's coming with the Tommy gun again.
Scott, so you do some gambling stuff on the side, and you've mentioned before that you think So Rare needs to go all in on the gambling aspect, and then
100%.
there's a bunch of things that you've mentioned. What's your grand plan attacking this from a pure gambling standpoint?
So, all right. Nicholas and Trust the Team
Mhm.
say all the time about how we're going to build the biggest football platform, sports platform in the world. You need gambling on that. Otherwise, it doesn't count, right? I don't go on any sport website unless you can bet on it. Otherwise, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have betting stats on there, I don't give a shit. Like, as an
I don't
adult
think-
male,
yeah.
I don't care.
I don't think that's a hot take at all. It's just
Right,
a
that's
good
the
one.
stand. Like, no one cares. Like, the idea of, like, we're here to make money. No one
Yeah.
gives a shit about the cards for fun. Fuck the card rewards, get money rewards. I don't care about winning a tier 5 worth 20 cents. I want to win money. Like, I don't care. No one cares. There's no fun. Like, no one enjoys opening a card worth no money. Like, I've won money, so give me my money. Just give me my money. That's it.
What if the card you won is worth a fuck ton of money?
Fine, give me the money and I'll buy the card. Just give me the money. I don't care. I'm going to sell it anyway. Just give me the money. To be fair, though, I think so. I watched the Server Data stream earlier today. I think it was today, and it was like the idea of that if you won $5 or you won a card worth $5, the $5 makes you, or the card. You've already got the card, right? So you don't sell it. You stick in with it. Whereas if you win $5, you don't buy the same card. So there is that value aspect of why they would reward the cards. But as a user, I don't give a shit. Just give me my money. And if you want to evolve the platform, just go and turn it into a gambling site. I want to bet Jimmer. Fuck right, like on Rivals. Rivals is a great example, right? If I get you in the arena, fucking ticket. I want to say to you right now, I'll put $100 down. Me versus you, player versus player. $100 each, straight up. Winner takes all money. Amazing, right? That binary betting aspect, 1-to-1, player to player. No odds, straight up. You know the lineups, so you know what you're betting against.
Mhm.
You can go straight in and go, yeah, you know I'm going to beat you. Amazing.
I've got a brilliant idea to go with that, Scasmo. What if instead of betting money, you could bet SoCoins?
Fine,
Oh.
fine. Whatever it is, as long as there is a gambling aspect.
I thought you were gonna shit on me for that.
No, that's fine because, Andy, we all know that SoCoins are going to be the epitome of the economy in the next 5 to 10 years, right? When Sorare becomes the ultimate sports platform in the world,
Mm-hmm.
SoCoins are going to be the new US dollar.
Like
Don't worry about
Well-
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
We're all going to be we're all going to be living in Sokoins.
That's
So
right.
that's fine. I'll happily gamble all my Sokoins because I'll be rich as fuck. I don't give a shit. It's fine. when my Rijeka boys in Croatia get 10 corners and we beat you in FC20, it's fine. I don't care. I'll take the Sokoins.
You
It's
would
great.
like to make your corner bets on So Rare, right?
Oh, but that is where, to all banter aside, that is where I legitimately see the platform becoming, right? We need on-site streaming. It should be a one-stop shop platform for everything. I should go to sorare.com and I should not have to load up any other websites. As much as Sorare Data is amazing for stats and the analytics and whatever else, I shouldn't have to use that. That's embarrassing at this stage in the life cycle of the product. But I have to do my entire, I don't know, my user experience is spent on Sorare Data, and I come onto Sorare just to buy cards, to waste money. Let's rephrase that.
Do you think?
Oh,
do you think
waste my
So Rare
money.
should?
Money.
Do you think So Rare should buy So Rare Data?
Yeah, 100%. Well, no,
Yeah.
I don't, because because they will fuck it up. So no, I don't think they should. No, don't ruin Sorare Data. Let's keep Sorare Data growing as it is. Maxim's doing a good job. Led's doing a good job. Everyone's doing a great job. Keep doing what they're doing. Don't fuck it up. Stay as you are. Stay independent. But eventually.
Do you
They
think
should
Sorare
come
Data
apart.
should buy So Rare?
Yes, that's a much better question. Yes, they should.
All right, we gotta get
100%. Right.
HG
Let's get
on
the
it.
let's get that C raise.
Yeah,
Let's
we
get
need
the
to get
money
the
go- let's
seed
get the
money.
money going for Sorare Data.
We gotta
We
get
need
the
to-
seed money.
Yeah, make
Who's
So
at
Rare great.
SoftBank? We need to get SoftBank involved, I think.
100%. But no, but yeah, generally, I do think that live streaming on site, being able to just go log on, I should be able to go on and see my under 23 lineup playing. In the UK, I don't know what it's like in America, but in the UK, I can go on Bet365. I can log into an account that's funded, literally 50p in an account, and I can watch a Turkish division game, right? I can watch the live streaming of it. To get those online gambling streaming rights is quite an easy feat, I think. They're not the same rights as the broadcasting television rights. A lot of the UK gambling companies all have the same rights. They all stream the same games.
Do they have like high quality streams, or they like?
Yeah, they're 100% live. They're 100% legal live streams. It's not like we go and find a weird, booky, dodgy stream
Right.
and you're 10 minutes behind and it's pixelated.
I
No,
don't know.
it's
You get some
perfect.
pretty good ads from clicking those things, though.
That's they're great. That's a side quest.
That's
another
yeah,
game.
little
That's
side
another
quest.
part.
I
That's another
agree,
part
yeah.
of So Rare.
A lot
We
of
have So Rare
pills,
porn on
a lot
the
of
side,
pills,
right?
things like that. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. We have So Rare
Yeah.
flashlights on the side.
Oh hell
Oh.
yeah.
Threslights.
Yeah, imagine a world where you have, you go out to So Rare, you click on your lineup, and then you say you have 3 players playing at the same time in 3 different games, and it just pictures all 3 games for that lineup.
Right. But 100. That's the point. That's what I'm saying. You can just click on your line and go, oh, who's playing now? Load it up, and they can watch them play live. And I mean,
Yeah.
you can get so deep into it. And if you look at what La Liga, I think probably the most advanced league that do it, especially in Champ Europe, they have quite a lot of AI and a lot of technology that do the player positions and the analytics and stuff live in game. So if you watch a La Liga game now, they'll have highlights, spotlights on the players moving around the pitch and play-by-play dynamics, similar to like NFL does, right? But if you had that AI perspective and you integrated So Rare to it, you could see duels won and lost in real time,
Oh yeah, that'd be hot.
and that would take it to a whole nother level, and you would have an entirely new viewer experience of football. I would rather watch football in that way than watch it on broadcasted television with dog shit fucking pundits that are so biased because Gary Neville used to play for Man United. I don't care.
Yeah.
Show me my player having a duel won or lost live in game with my.
I just want
my
little
lineup. Amazing.
I want a little noise to happen whenever my defender makes a long pass into the opposition. Give me a ding.
Ching,
Yeah, I wanna see it. I
Cha-ching,
wanna
cha-ching.
see it. I
Yeah,
wanna see it.
imagine the little bubble popping up and shooting across the screen, just all the positive or negative actions. Instead of guessing, it's I don't know, was that a BCM?
Mhm.
I don't
Yep.
know, was it?
And then it's donk.
Yeah.
-5.
But at least
I
you
was
see
the
it live.
idea of you're playing a video game. I always wanted to invent a console with the shock controllers. So it's you get shot and it's shit. You actually get shocked.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
That's another level of the gambling, right? We could take
Yeah.
the money aspect out of it, and it'd just be a pain gamble.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a pain
Be a
game.
player
You
versus
take
player.
these.
Every
you take
negative
these two-
decisive.
You take these two sensors.
Somebody
and you put them on
comes
your
to your house and
nipples.
punches you in the balls. Positive, decisive, little handy, you know.
Yeah. That takes the Zap Daddy to the whole new level when he beats you in
Right.
when he beats you in Rivals.
Oh
Sitting there getting an electric shock.
yeah. If you don't pick up your phone, you're gonna get zapped, daddy.
What are we digging for over there, guys? When are you finding some fries at the bottom
No,
of
I'm
that bag?
trying to find my straw, my drink, and they didn't give me one. So I'm gonna have to go raw.
Oh, you know what to do now.
Did you
Set
get
the lid
ice in your drink?
Always, even in
Always.
midwinter.
Now,
Absolutely.
do you have to ask for it?
No, but sometimes they just like pour and they don't give you it, and then you have to go back and complain.
What's your favorite flavor from old Donskis?
What we talking? Drinks or food?
Yeah, drinks. Oh, maybe let's do both. Yeah, I saw
Well,
you.
okay. So this is why I asked the like menu question. So I don't really like fizzy drinks. I don't like Coke. I hate Coke.
Okay.
Liquid form.
What drinks from McDonald's are not?
I'm trying to get
Fizzy.
YouTube banned, but yeah.
Oh,
I don't
No,
think
you
I don't
get-
think talking
yeah.
about drugs will get you banned.
I think you also
Okay,
have to
fine,
have like
let's carry on
more than 5 people watching to get banned. Somebody has to report you to get banned.
Okay, we'll find them.
What drinks from McDonald's are not fizzy?
They do Oasis. It's like a summer fruits.
Oh, what in the hell is that?
You never had an Oasis?
Nope.
Oh no, there's no Iron Brew in the south. No, that's Scottish with haggis. There's no St Andrew's Day down here for us.
I'm confused though. So it's 2 a.m. there or 3 a.m. there?
3 a.m. now. It was 2 a.m. when we started. It's 3 a.m.
It's 2
now.
a.m. and I'm
Do you-
feeling lonely.
do you work?
I do work.
So tomorrow, do you work tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be up in 5 hours.
Scott, you're
How do
damaging
you
your
do it?
body. I want you.
And you're not even at home yet.
We
You're-
need
you're
you.
gonna be
No,
up-
I'm just chilling.
We need
like
you
4
to
hours of
survive
sleep?
to see the SoCoin economy. with 4 hours of sleep a night, baby,
That's
you're
fine.
not gonna last.
Oh no, it's fine. That's why we have the McDonald's.
Oh, true.
Keeps us going. Keeps us guessing.
Yeah, McDonald's
fuels
definitely.
energy, right?
It's basically 4 hours of sleep eating a bunch of McDonald's.
Absolutely. Well, this takes away the 4 hours I do get and replaces it with no nutrition. Just basically the equivalent is 0 hours sleep I get out of my diet. So it's
It's
great.
like a little dose of poison.
Pretty much,
And
yeah.
it'll put you to
Yeah.
sleep.
Well, a wise woman once said, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." That's Kelly Clarkson.
Okay.
Don't like wise women, Jimmer.
Mm. Are all women?
Let's not get to that one. That will get you cancelled.
I didn't say.
Hey,
Hey.
nobody gets canceled anymore. We're done with getting
I'm
canceled.
fine. Let's go.
And
Let's go.
and you only get canceled if you apologize. So as
Oh,
long
fuck
as
that.
you just stick to your guns and just like
Fine.
keep going, and you're fine.
We double down. That's fine. Then.
Mhm.
I'm in. I'll put 10,000 slow coins on it. That's fine.
Mm.
Can we keep you on stream as you drive home?
You can. Just don't. Well, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Why not? I don't give a shit. Yeah, you can.
Are you getting ready to drive home?
No, I'm not at the moment. But if you want me
Oh.
to drive, I can drive. If you want me to specifically,
You do whatever you want to do. Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
We're cool. We're cool for now.
I'm just a little concerned. I'm concerned about your health. Getting 4 hours of sleep. Like
No,
that
it's-
scares me.
It's okay.
Maybe we should do it just to honor Scosmo as well, Andy.
I'm not.
I mean,
not
depending
gonna
on
do
how long this lasts, I still have to set my damn lineups.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I would-
as well.
I might try something raunchy this weekend and literally only make lineups with home players.
That's fun.
Sounds fun.
Very Gator guy esque.
Yeah,
Have we got the numbers for that? Sounds
but
fun.
I know I'm gonna do like the first lineup and I'm like, fuck this, I'm putting an away player in there, so it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm gonna look at it. That's
Cosmo,
my
did-
goal.
Did you set your lineups already?
I haven't done yet. No, that's the tomorrow job. Well,
So
that's
four-
a 5 hour
4
job.
hours of sleep, and then you
Yep.
have to go to work, and then you have to set your lineups.
Yeah, I'll do my work. Yeah, I'll find an hour during work to get them in. I'll find some time. It's okay. I don't win anything anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Hey,
right?
work's
Living
watching
dangerously.
Right now. Work is
I don't-
watching right now.
That's okay.
This
I
is a
love it.
pretty big podcast.
Is that so? My manager is the one of 4 people left. That's fine.
Well, we're
there's 9.
3.
There's 9.
Oh, there's 9. Okay.
9 listeners.
So my whole team have turned up tonight. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
To be fair,
everybody came to support you.
I love that. I don't win anything anyway, so it doesn't matter when I set my lineups. It's irrelevant.
Is West Ham gonna win this weekend against Palace at home?
I don't know. I'm going to be there, but I don't know. We're light up front. We've got no
Are you
forwards left.
Are you a Hammers fan?
Check.
I am, unfortunately. Yeah.
Lions.
Irons.
Lions.
Irons. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, I don't know. Are you going to run the stack or? Andy?
Mostly not Bowen though, and
No. I don't know if
I got-
Kudus is fit.
what's that?
I don't know if Kudus is fit either. He didn't play tonight. I don't think he's fit.
Yeah, I don't have him. I wish I did, but I don't have him.
Fair enough.
Paqueta played the whole game. I assume he'll be fine Sunday.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Motor.
He'll be fine
yeah.
Sunday. Yeah, he'll be fine. It should be full lineup. Just Bowen questionable, Kudus questionable. That's it.
Just put Suchek up top.
Yeah,
that's my
That's all he's
solution.
good for.
Play him
Just-
up top.
Put his head in the box and just smack the ball into him. It's fine.
Yeah, I was talking to Tom today, and I was like, "Hey, at least if he's playing forward when he makes a bad pass and turns the ball over, at least it's in the final third, right?"
100%. Yeah. You get a final third pass, right?
Oh well,
If he passes
don't.
backwards, you're like, oh, could have scored. It's 0.2.
Surface Terror Missile would like to know where you're at.
Yeah,
I'm in London, just on the edge of London.
we need your GPS location.
East.
To my specific coordinates. I am.
We need the lat launch, dude.
6452 point. No, I'm joking. I don't know where I am.
Are you East London?
Southeast.
Southeast.
Yeah, southeast. Near Charlton, if you know where Charlton is, football club.
No clue.
No. League One, just below Championship. Close.
Do you ever go to their
where
games?
we stayed in Victoria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over there.
You boys coming back over again soon, or what's the deal?
Yeah, soon.
Depends on
You gonna hit me up this time?
that Oasis is available.
I think
You're
we
gonna
tried.
party Sodoma style, yeah?
We tried to get you out.
No, you didn't.
But-
No, that's a lie. That's a complete lie.
Tom was the intermediate though, so blame
Yeah,
Tom.
but he didn't know. Okay, he tried to get me to Holland at one point, and then we spoke over the summer, and then he just deleted me and I mean, spoke to him in like 3 months.
Mm.
So that's a lie. But next time, we'll go out. We'll get the Oasis for Jimmer. We'll get some Oasis. We'll have a great time.
What's Oasis?
It's just
It's
a
the
drink.
drink. I don't know what it is. Some fruit thing, non-fizzy.
Mm. Sounds horrible. Oh, that's what you're drinking right now.
It is.
Oh.
So like what? Like that's like a berry drink. What berries are?
Yeah,
in it?
yeah. It's like a non-fizzy berry drink. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's lovely.
Is it just like a flavored water?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, but it's like
Wait, is that
thicker
like
than
cranberry juice?
No, I suppose kind of, but more sweet than cranberry juice.
What
Cranberry juice is quite
cranberry
sour, right?
brand am I thinking of? It's
Cranberry
Cranberry's
juice is
quite
kind of
sour.
bitter. It's bitter.
Yeah, it's quite bitter. Yeah, it's more sweet than that.
I thought cranberry juice was like, oh, ocean spray. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
That's
no.
bland.
Google Oasis. Oh, hello.
You're gonna have to meet up with Fripp when he's in
do it.
London.
Let's do it. I'll take the challenge on. It's
Oasis.
fine. Fripp, I'll see you down here.
Yeah, we don't have that. It's made by Coca-Cola, huh?
Who is it? I didn't know that.
Jerem said it's high C. It's the same as high C.
Okay.
Wait, Fripp, you're gonna be in London on Christmas Eve?
When's your
Crazy man.
The
Christmas?
most wonderful time. Hey, Andy, we should record a Christmas album. A So Rare Christmas album.
Ooh.
And we could
parody
like,
songs.
well, yeah, well, no, we'll just like throw in little quips here and there about So Rare and like your
What's
Christmas
that
classic.
duet that like the man, like
I
Baby, It's
really
Cold
can't
Outside.
stay.
Yes. yeah.
Baby, it's cold outside. The real rapey song.
Yeah, I guess it kind of is.
Yeah. If you listen to the lyrics, it's quite rapey.
Yeah, he's like,
Like, get me out of here. Like, you better not fucking leave, woman. You're staying. Like, it's cold outside. You're not going anywhere. I'm like, but I gotta go. No, you don't, bitch.
oh boy. Skies, do you have a few beverages tonight?
Only the two. Obviously, I'm driving, so
Mm,
within the limit.
I'm a nervous
Gotcha.
driver, so I usually take a couple shots before I go.
Yeah, I normally take a line or two, but tonight I'll be okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's a good lyric.
Yeah. Why not?
Deck the halls with balls of spin comes.
that's pretty good.
And then you could like
What's the fa la 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 part?
yeah. I don't know. Who's a good la 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 player?
Alexi
La
Lalas.
la 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 Lana Launer.
There was a French footballer called Kenny
Lalana.
Lala. That helps.
Lalana.
Lalana. It's a good shout.
La
Yeah.
la 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 la.
There's Kalulu. I don't know if that.
Lulu.
So bad.
What's the deal? You boys not drinking tonight? What time is it out there? Must be
9
quite late.
p.m. 9:20.
9:20.
No beverages going? No drinks? What's
Oh,
going on?
I'm a little bit buzzed here.
Oh, okay. On the shorts.
Drinking some IPAs from a local brewery. Local being 4 hours away. But
Yeah,
I drive
wild
there. I
for me.
drive there every
Like,
weekend to get some beers.
that's standard, right? Like 4 hours is generally local to you.
Mm,
I wouldn't actually call it local.
Okay, but it's not like unreasonable to drive 4 hours to go to the shop, buy something, and come home. That's not crazy to you.
I would say that's
That's
pretty
crazy.
unreasonable. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's reasonable. Or that's crazy. Hang on.
No,
No, it's crazy.
I said that's pretty unreasonable.
Right, it's unreasonable.
People don't
Okay,
do that
fine,
normally. I was
good.
joking.
Right,
But
fine, good.
It's
But
also
America,
like
you do have long distances, right? Like, to
Yeah,
you
I mean,
guys,
like-
an hour drive is like round the corner.
yeah. I mean,
Within
People-
people
will drive an hour to work and then an hour home.
Yeah, I mean we do that here too, but
Well, you take
you
the
can
train.
you can easily find yourself very much in the middle of nowhere, right? Like it's very easy to suddenly be like a half an hour, 40 minutes from the local shop.
Maybe.
Yeah, we don't have public transit really.
Yeah.
You got to have a car.
Like I don't think I know anybody that like lives their lives without a vehicle. I
Right.
think it's like damn near impossible.
What states are you both in?
Missouri.
We're both in Missouri.
You're both in Missouri.
Yeah,
That's
we're
why
about
yeah.
15 minutes from each other.
That's why you thought the Scosmo, the MO was Missouri, right?
That's right.
You
It's
assumed
the
it was one of
Skies,
you.
Missouri.
I'll take that. Honorary
I
Missouri.
feel like you
boy.
should change your name to like corner the market or something like that. From like
I
your
like that.
corner bets,
Okay.
like corner the market.
Okay. I might
If
think
you're,
about
if
that.
you're a big, could be a big corner guy.
But as
But
long
I
as
do
we
like
get-
I do like Skies, Missouri though.
Yeah. I'm sticking to the Missouri part at the end. I'm adopting
What-
that. I like that.
What
I
does
like that.
what does Scosmo mean?
It's my name. There's various parts of my name. Squished
Okay.
together. So it becomes a username.
Mm.
So your brother's name, your brother has a Sorare account and he's Super Scosmo.
Sure.
Oh
why not?
wow!
So
So you're like
does your
the
brother
less
have the same
impressive
name as
version?
you? Or are you
No,
guys, or
so-
are you multi-accounting?
I am multi-accounting and you've just discovered it and you've just revealed it. And I hope Nicholas isn't watching this.
I cracked the case,
Oh,
baby.
well, so not only is your manager watching, but Nicholas is as well.
hmm
This is a
Yeah,
bad time
and
for
Dan.
you.
That's why we're getting so many people in the chat, right?
Turns out.
Yeah.
That seems
Yeah,
like a
basically
horrible
just-
drive.
San Francisco to LA, how far is that?
It's got to be like 6 hours.
Really?
But that, like, if you come to the UK, that is a very wild, long drive. Like,
You
no
can't
one
even
is
probably
doing
drive
that.
6 hours across UK, can you?
Well, what's Liverpool to London? Like 4 hours?
It's about 3.5,
Yeah.
4 hours. 4 hours to Liverpool, yeah. But
Well,
like that is a fucking long drive.
is there actually a 6-hour drive you can make in the
Yeah,
UK?
you can go to the far north. You can go up to like Newcastle, past Newcastle.
Uh,
Or if you started very south as well, yeah, you can do like an 8-9 hour drive, I think, across England.
yeah.
But like
That's what-
no one would do more than an hour and a half to 2 hours unless you're really fucking had to.
You
like-
just take the train.
No, even then, like you just don't do it. Like
Yeah.
I have no need to go anywhere an hour away driving or 2 hours away. I do an
Well,
hour.
What if you want to go watch West Ham away at Liverpool?
Okay, fine, but that's a very specific reason. But like the general lifestyle, like people don't drive 2 hours. Like someone just said in chat, right? Like I wouldn't think much
Yeah.
about driving 6 hours. No one in the UK is thinking like, oh, I'm going to just drive 6 hours to go and see someone. No one's doing that.
I think
Yeah.
I think if I had access to the same public transit that you guys have, like I would think nothing about being like, oh, I've always wanted to go spend a day in X. Let me take the train 2 hours.
Well, we don't even do that. We don't do it by train either. I just won't go there.
Right,
like,
but like that's I'd be like, hey, let me get
Just
3 or
won't
4
go there,
people.
Just fuck them. Like,
There's like a set of bars here, 4 hours away. Not 4 hours away. 2 hours one way on this train. We'll take the train for 2 hours.
yeah.
We'll go get lit all day, and then we'll come
Yeah.
back at night for 2 hours on the way back.
But then there's a same set of bars 20 minutes away.
No, they're not the same.
Well, no, but
You've
probably
never been
better.
there.
To be fair, if you're going to go 2 hours, they're
What
probably
do you
like,
do,
in a fucking
SoCoin?
shithole in the middle of London, in England, and you don't want to go to Birmingham anyway, so you just stay in London.
Yeah, maybe you
but-
guys are just angry, you know? Maybe.
yeah, no, we are. That's true. But like
Yeah.
the general mentality is no one's going to like just take a day and go. Like if you for example, the example you give, right? Like if I wanted to go to Liverpool to go to the bars and go out in Liverpool, I'd make a whole weekend out of it. Like me and my pals, me and my boys, we'd like book a hotel or an Airbnb for the whole weekend, and you get a train up there, drink on the train, and you go out on a night out for a couple of nights out, and then you come back after. But you wouldn't get a train there for the day and then come back on the same day. That's like no one does that. No
you
one
could
would
just
do that.
drink on the train back, and it's just
Yeah,
2
you
hours.
do that too. But just
Yeah,
do
but
that
it's
over the
just
whole
2
weekend.
hours.
No, but no one does it. No one does it. Like that's
Yeah.
very alien here. No one would do that.
I'm sure if I lived there, I'd be like, "That's stupid. Why would I ever do that?" But having access to that,
It's great.
yeah,
The idea is that well, we should do it more. But we just don't. Same as
Yeah.
Europe, though, right? Like if you want to move state, if you want to go and visit another state, and you spend 3 hours on a plane, right? For us, I could go from London to Amsterdam in 40 minutes. But I don't do it. Like, that's just a standard weekend. It should be. But a lot of English people or Europeans don't take advantage of Europe. They don't travel around Europe anywhere near as much as Americans travel in America.
We probably travel less than you think.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. I mean, like a lot of people have probably I would say the majority of people that live in America have never been on a plane.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's expensive. Most
Okay,
people are
question.
poor.
Yeah,
many
it is
states-
expensive.
How many states have you both visited total?
Oh
Like
man,
20?
I don't know. I would say 20, 15 to 20.
That's quite a lot.
Well, are you talking about visiting like driving through or visiting like I'm staying here?
Staying. Yeah, staying.
I would say
Like,
staying
actual-
probably 10 to 15.
Yeah, mine's much
Okay.
less. It's probably like 7 or 8 that I stayed
Okay.
in.
Okay. That seems more reasonable.
But I don't know. I could probably, if I really thought about it, come up with a better answer. But I would say 10 to 15.
Yeah, because I reckon I've only been to like 6 or 7 European countries, whereas I should go to like 30 of them, right? Like they're literally on the doorstep. But you just don't do it.
What's the one that you want to go to most that you haven't been to?
In Europe,
Yeah,
where would I want to go?
Ukraine.
Yeah, why not? A bit war. Get on the front line. Why not?
Straight to
drama.
Kiev. Yeah.
Yeah, either that or Israel. One or the other. Why not? No,
Oh,
I tell you what. Actually, I'd love to go to maybe Austria and go and actually see like old World War II stuff, and actually take a bit of a historical culture trip.
Yeah.
That's
That'd
too
be cool.
boring, actually. Fuck that. Give me to Bulgaria. Get the fucking gear in. Let's go. Let's go have a fucked up holiday.
So how far away is your work? How far do you have to drive to go to work?
Well, to be fair, I work from home most of the time. I'm quite fortunate. I work
Mm.
on computers, so I get to literally roll out of bed in the
you
morning.
work on computers?
Yeah, just roll out in the
You're
morning and just turn my laptop on and carry on.
Okay.
So
Are
it's
you
quite
a
nice.
are you a developer? Are you a software engineer?
No, I'm not smart enough to do that.
Oh.
I just blag it on Excel.
Mm.
I'm an Excel guy.
Hell yeah.
Next time I have
A
like
freak in the sheets, as they say.
next time I have like a really basic thing I need to do in
Oh, there's a guy
Excel.
behind you. He's cleaning. Oh, he's
Oh
gone.
yeah.
Oh,
Should we run him over?
no, probably not.
Yeah, let's do that. That would be fun. That will get us.
You said you
more
wanted to see me
views.
drive,
Is
That's
it
a bit
okay
of
to
an
drive?
admission of guilt.
Yeah, let's go.
but that's an admission of guilt, right? Like if he suddenly gets randomly run over, it wasn't me. Just gonna clarify that, right?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Um,
Are the streets busy right now, or is it pretty quiet out?
at 3:30 in the morning, they are not busy. No,
Yeah.
it's very quiet. It's very quiet normally. Yeah.
Now, is there risk that you'll get pulled over by a cop on your trip home?
Nah, I'm literally like 5 minutes around the corner.
Mm.
It's fine. I'll just drive twice as fast, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm even closer to home, technically.
Do you have like police officers patrolling the streets like we do in the States,
You
where they're
do.
like, "Oh, you rolled
Yeah,
that
you
stop
do.
sign."
You do, but like I'm white, so they won't pull me over.
Oh, you're white? Oh shit.
Like I tell a lie, I've been pulled over twice in my life. But both times I was like 18 and in a very loud car.
Well,
And
you don't go
obviously-
anywhere. How are you gonna get pulled over?
Yeah, good point.
This is very true. Yeah, very true. And that's why they were like, you've been parked for 74 hours. You should be driving your car, not just sitting in it.
Hmm.
Yeah. We've lost Andy. Is that
Oh man.
No, I'm here. I'm good.
you're back?
Oh, we're frozen.
Way to use the card with the most utility. I don't know what that means.
Waiting.
Andy, I need you to set my lineups again this week because
I was about to ask
You-
Andy if he'd do mine. So.
yeah, I mean, between us, you gave me the inspiration. I followed through with it. I made some adjustments, and we got second in 240. So I need the inspiration again. I can't do it myself.
Yeah, it was horrifying setting someone else's lineups in a gallery that you don't know at all. And
Yeah,
going out to Sorare Data and kind of like looking at the guy is totally different than like week in, week out, like knowing how reliable a guy is. Like there's a different feeling there in owning a guy and watching them and seeing what they do every week versus just looking at a chart.
but you're pretty spot on though. I mean, you're pretty good on the whole.
I guess. I mean, it's hard.
You just
Yeah,
gotta
we've
click,
done a good job.
click the suggestion button, baby.
Yeah. Suggestion button helps.
Mm.
What do you guys think? I saw a lot of hate on people talking about pick score and Sorare Data, percentage to start metrics and stuff like that.
Right, I've actually had something I was going to say. I was going to message Laird about it.
Let's go.
So, if you want to clip it, tell
Hot
him.
take.
I
Clip
will.
it.
Right, just scrap the fucking projected lineups on Sorare Data. It's fucking bollocks.
Wrong.
Sorry. Right, straight to no, scrap them. They're fucking shit. Right, so I look early, right?
Got him. All right, keep going. Sorry.
I look at my lineups early, and I do what most people don't, and try and do like 3 weeks in advance just to understand what I'm missing. And I know the pick scores and the projected lineups and stuff only come in like the next game week, they kick in. But there's one fucking dickhead in the community that has gone through every single fixture and has marked every single player as being on the bench.
Let's go.
So as soon as the game week kicks over and you go to put your lineups in, Every single player says they're playing on the bench, and it really fucking pisses me off. Just scrap it. Just get rid of it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I think they should have a button for you to hide it, but I fucking love it. And I think
Fine.
I honestly, we have
Do
our
they-
plays Harper specialists and experts.
But,
You know what? They're not experts either. And
No, they're not
I
experts.
like
They're just right. But at least they're one specific person that's got some level of passion or
no,
understanding.
they're
for
not.
it. It's not
Some of them are. Like Germ
They
knows
do.
Dallas really well. But
right.
you look at other teams and you look at who they have in, and it's like, I'm not even a fan of this team, but I know better than you
Sure.
that this guy's out.
Right, but at least it gives you guidance. But you know, okay, but you know the difference, right? But at least it gives you a guidance. If you don't know that, at least you get some level of like, I don't know. On the whole, I'm thinking of most teams. You go on there like, okay, that will make sense, or I can see why, and then you do your research on top of it. Like if you just take the name, if you just take it for what it is on face value, you're a fucking idiot anyway. Like you deserve the DMPs,
Agreed.
right? If you just log on and go, oh, sweet, 100%, I'm going to put him in. Like, go and do your own research anyway on top. But
Or don't.
or don't, fine. But you
Time
know
is
what
money,
it is.
baby.
But you know what it is. But
Driving
like,
crooner.
at least there's one person with some sort of rationale behind what they picked. Survey data, like
Not
when I log
always.
in, if you go on survey data, as soon as the game week ticks over, and that one person just like one bot, whatever it is, just steams through every single game and puts everyone on the bench, it just fucking infuriates me.
That's a probably difference between you and I. I've never thought about caring about the lineup scores until like the night before. So
Right.
it's like when it ticks over, I like who cares? I don't care. You care.
Yeah, but I try and plan my degenerate purchases 3 days before the deadline rather than one. I don't act on them, but I just try to think of that I'm being smart, and then I'll just
Yeah.
delay it, and then I'll make a shit purchase after.
I mean, it's only ever as good as the people that are predicting. So it's like
Yeah,
it's just a helper.
I guess like okay. Then one suggestion I would say, so with the pick scores, right? Like they're based on was it like 6 factors. It's like form, odds, lineup, all these different things, right? You should be able to build your own pick score based on what you think is important. So if I can go into those 6 factors and I can toggle off, and I can say, you know what, I think form is bullshit. I don't care about form, right? Like I just care about what's coming next. If you've scored 3 games in a row, and now you're playing away to Man City, you're not going to score. I don't give a shit about your form. That's not an A rated. Like, oh, that's an extreme example, but like if I can build what I think is important on the pick score, I think that's a good way of building it, right? And you can tailor it to each person.
Yeah, that's a hot idea. I think it'd be similar to like the NBA lineups and how you suggest NBA lineups. You can
Right.
like slider on how much priority you put on a certain thing. Like
Okay, yeah, right.
if you
Yeah, I guess
or
they do
you
have
play,
that, don't
Do
they?
you play NBA?
I don't know.
Okay.
No.
So in NBA suggested lineups, you can customize how much you care about a certain thing. So it's very similar.
right, exactly. Yeah,
So
perfect.
they should yeah, I think
So
they
you
would
can do preferred projection, whether it's like upside, ceiling, floor. Like if you want to play a high floor lineup or a high ceiling lineup, you can
Right.
pick those things.
and
yeah,
if you're
and
you're like risky on a guy who's injured or not, you can
like
like,
I
select
like
that.
all I really care about is the odds. Like if the odds are in their favor, that's the only thing I care about. I'll go and check if they're fit to play or not. I know if they're in form because I can check their scores. I just want to know who's got the favorable matchup by the odds. That's all that really matters, in my opinion.
Hmm.
So yeah, to be able to weight that and change it personally is perfect, and I don't have to care about that one dickhead that puts everyone on the bench.
Yeah.
So can you just ignore it? I'm sure that's what you do. Like the pick
Yeah,
scores.
I do. But then there's the thing where I'm like, okay, but now I get that small bit of doubt. I'm like, oh, is he on the bench? And then I have to go and do loads of research. I'm like, oh, I don't know if he's playing or not. And if there's someone I legitimately don't know if they're on the bench or not,
So
I'm like,
so
oh,
the
I just don't know whether they're fit or not.
so the pick scores are like the predictions just fuck with you.
Yeah, and then you start
Right.
putting that doubt in your mind, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing now. And then it just looks like your gallery's terrible because everyone's DMPs, apparently. I'm like, great, I got no players.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, normally turns out to be the case anyway, but like,
I think the most important thing is regarding the what is it, the start percentage community projections on Survey Data, is it gets you thinking about things. And it usually takes care of the blatantly obvious things like the player is injured or the player is suspended. When it comes to rotation, that's when I see it break a lot. Where like I know Fabianski plays all the Europa games.
Fabby
Yeah.
Daddy.
I know Areola plays all the league games. People that are projecting those things fuck those up all the time. So when you look
Yeah.
at West Ham, you'll see Areola for this weekend is 94%. And you'll probably see I don't even know what Fabianski is for this weekend, but I'm sure I'll just go look. Hold on.
I would assume 6, but
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
he had
probably
He had the sexiest clean sheet today. Loved it.
he had a couple of decent saves. Well, not decent saves, but fumble saves.
yeah, Fabs is 5% to start. So it's like
Right.
there's still, but generally if you,
But you
know what the
that-
rotation
that's
is,
fine, right? But that's fine because you know the context. You know that's
What's-
just people being dickheads and being stupid, right? Like you know that Areola is 100% going to play,
right?
so that's fine. But when you get like, and that's also in a big mainstream team where you know there's like 20 or 30 predictions and everyone's actually putting proper effort into it. It's not just a random Eredivisie Dutch team, like bottom half of the Dutch league, where 3 people have put projections in and 2 people just like spammed every result. And you've got like a 50-50, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this geezer. And then you go on Twitter and you try and find it, it's like, he hasn't been spoken about in 3 years.
Right.
And the only tweet is in Dutch. And for some reason, I can't get a translate option. And I have
Well, if
no
you
idea
can't get the
what's
translate to
going on.
work, that's on you. That's on you.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I will say,
deserve
though,
the
That's where I go learn Dutch.
That, of course, is the advantage of not buying players that are on a bottom of the division
But that's not
Eredivisie
fun.
team.
Also,
That's
the
not fun.
advantage. of
Agreed, but
knowing
then
Dutch.
that's the pain that you get for using that player.
Okay,
You
all
get-
right. I tell you what.
Yeah,
The
stop
worst
buying
thing is,
cheap ass players, Scott, Missouri. Jesus
I
Christ.
am quite cheap. I am cheap. The worst. I tell you what. The worst thing is, Croatian. The language of like Croatian language is not supported in the translate on Twitter. It's the only language that I've come across, and so rare that is not translated on Twitter. So I am.
What about Google?
genuinely
Can you use Google to do it?
learning Croatian.
Will Google do it?
Oh,
Yeah, but I can't be asked to do that. It's
A
too
little
much effort.
little Rosetta
Copy and
Stone
paste.
Yeah, that's too much. I can't be asked. That's too many clicks.
can't be.
I'll just
ours.
take the. I'll just roll the dice. Just take the gamble.
What's our equivalent to can't be arsed?
Can't be fucked.
No, we don't
No.
say that.
You don't say can't be fucked.
No, like so, like I can't think of an expression that I say normally of like I can't be bothered to do that. I'm
Yeah.
asking Andy. I'm asking you.
Oh, you're asking me. So he
Yeah.
said I can't be arsed, and you said I can't be bothered. Those are the two same things.
Yeah,
right?
but we don't.
Yeah.
we don't say that normally.
I'd probably if I,
Every Englishman says can't be arsed.
or I'd just say like fuck that.
Go fuck.
I think.
Go
yeah, I
fuck.
think.
Go fuck.
I would say the equivalent for us would probably be like fuck that,
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
which I think slaps a little harder, to be honest.
It depends how badly I can't be fucked, right?
Yeah.
Or I can be can't be fucked, right? I can have a
Yeah,
hybrid.
I mean, yeah, you can.
Depends
be
how
fucked.
we go in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Skazmo, I know that the word cunt is a big part of your
Oh, I love the word
vocabulary.
cunt. It's a great word.
So over here in the States,
Can't
we've
be
tur-
arsed.
That's very good.
Can't be fucked.
We've
Yeah.
turned it into this like word. It's like a word that shall not be said.
Nah, fuck that. Everyone's a cunt. It's a
Have we
great word, it's a
ruined
great
it?
word.
Or is it getting that way in
Right.
Europe?
In Europe, in the UK, it's okay. So for me, it's a term of endearment. If I say, "Oh, Andy, you cunt," it's like it's a nice, like, "Oh, you like lovable cunt," right?
You
It's,
lovable
it's,
cunt.
it's how you say it, right? It's the most important thing. If I say
Okay.
it with a hard C and I say "you fucking cunt," that's an aggressive. That's a horrible word, right?
Okay.
But if I'm like, "Oh, Andy, you cunt," it's like, "Oh, you silly idiot, you dickhead." Like, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Like, it's a term of endearment. Like, "Oh, you cunt."
Okay. I'll have
But
to.
it's
I'll
how you
have
say
to keep my ear open for the hard C.
Yeah, it's the hard. I think it's the hard C makes a massive difference. If you're an aggressive cunt, then it's a very aggressive word. but it could be a term of endearment. It's a nice. I think it's a nice word.
If you were to have a lady friend and you referred to her as with that word,
Yeah.
would it be still be a term of endearment?
I would say it as a term of endearment, depending on how I said it,
You-
right? As long
you
as I
would
didn't use a hard
say-
C. Yeah, I'd call her a cunt.
What would she say?
I'd call her a cunt.
I love
shit.
you.
But yeah,
cunt.
but it depends it depends on the woman, right? It depends on what she's like. Like if she understands, if she's from the same area as I am and she understands it and same background, like she wouldn't blink, she wouldn't care. She'd know.
She wouldn't blink her cunt.
Are there any ladies inside that McDonald's right now?
Should we have a look? Should we go inside?
Oh,
Nah.
are you gonna be live
How-
cunt spitting?
How badly do you want an answer to that question?
Not that bad. I mean, it would be
dirty.
really funny, but
Are there any lovely ladies in that McDonald's?
From here, it doesn't look like there are. No, at 3:45 in the morning. No.
Not even working?
Oh, good question. Let's go find out. No, I don't think so. Well, maybe.
Excuse me, miss, do you take SoCorns? Can I buy my cheeseburger with SoCorns?
you think we'll get there?
Oh, that would be great, wouldn't it? That would be great
Absolutely not.
if it become a legitimate currency, right? Like,
I was
Or
talking
even
to when we went to the casino. Oh shit, where was that? God, what was that casino called?
The one in Liverpool or the
The
one in
only
London?
craps table in London.
did you go Hippodrome?
Yeah, the Hippodrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
We
square.
went there. We went there with Mark.
Nice.
And he was talking about tipping the bathroom attendants in limited cards, and I was like, probably not.
Just
Oh, he was serious.
Well, no, I don't think he was really serious, but he was joking. But
But
Was
Was
there
there bathroom attendants there?
yeah,
I was hammered, so I don't remember. But,
yeah, dude, we were smoking cigars on the roof.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they have them in Hippodrome.
Mm,
Maybe they
Well.
do. I think so.
It was some guy that touched my wiener.
That was Mark.
Oh, well, I tipped him with a limited. Let's go.
Okay, but you joke about the SoCoin idea, right? But like, so there are some cryptos, right? There's some coins that have their own like Visa, MasterCard, credit card facility in between that you get automatic exchange, right? So if you stock up and you buy their coin, you can have an immediate exchange, right? So you can have like 1 million SoCoins that have a value of a penny each, right? So what's that in US dollars? That's like 10 grand, 100 grand. I can't be asked to do maths right now. 10 grand. Like if you go and spend
can't be
money,
arsed.
if you spend money, like, and it automatically tops that back up, and you're spending US dollars, but what debits the card is the SoCoins. Like, you could get to that point if they had a value. We could do that. There's no reason.
Yeah,
why
I mean,
not
it's just like any of the liquidity pool kind of thing. It's just like they do the
They do the exchange and
yeah, the exchange. They do the exchange of the trade for you. So it's
It's
like
just-
while you're buying in SoCoins, like as long as SoCoins are an accepted marketable.
if you can buy and sell them on an exchange somewhere, right? Like if you can go on to Coinbase, KuCoin, Binance, whatever you want to go on, right? And you can buy them, if they become a floated coin, then yeah, you can immediately exchange it for a value of US dollars, pay for it in US dollars and replenish it and instantly buy back the coins and replace it. So you could have it on a Visa, MasterCard, credit card or debit card, but I don't think they're ever going to do that SoCoin idea. I saw Pavel asked about it the other day on Twitter, right? Like Pavel was pumping his exit
Keys.
liquidity
No,
ideas.
keys,
His exit
right?
liquidity ideas. I'm going to say,
Yeah.
like, I think I'm not going to lie. One of the things that does worry me is that I think Pavel wants out.
We were
slowly,
just talking
but I
about that
think
before
so.
you joined. You think he wants out?
Mm-hmm.
What's his
Yeah, I
next
don't.
thing? Ultimate Champions?
No, as someone that has Ultimate Champions coins, it's not the thing to do.
I think that he makes enough steady income from Solar. He's probably pretty content.
I think he's already minted as fuck, and that's not his income. I think it's just like I think he has a fuck ton of money. He bought into this, made a fuck ton more money. He has now seen the saturation of the market that we're in, and I think he's like, I think he's got enough of a growth of there. He's like, you know what? If I can get out now, I'll take my profits and just move on, and move back into the potential bull market in crypto. And I think he's like, yeah, he won't sell everything off in one go, and he knows that, right? Like, unless we have a mega ball run, and like you guys said, like when we get a new Pavel that takes over the whole thing, like
Yeah.
he's gonna have to accept he's the market maker, right? Like he's the entire Sorare market. But I do think he wants to sell whatever he can sell and start taking ETH out of the platform.
Yeah, I mean, he does seem kind of more like a guy who's in to make money or into crypto versus just like super into Sorare.
Yeah.
But he's just
Did
like
you-
he's so deep into like how much he owns. It's like would be so hard.
But he's also so unreasonable with what he owns. Like, have you ever tried to buy a super rare or unique off of him?
Can you imagine if Pavel Trader was reasonable? The card prices would be so much lower than they are today.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, fair.
So in Pavel we
Maybe
trust.
he's doing us a
There's
favour.
no more trust the team hashtag. It's trust Pavel. He's keeping us alive.
True.
Pavel, if you're out there, I love you. I'm gonna make a shirt and a hat.
Did you both come in from crypto, or did you come in from football?
We came in. I don't know if Andy's.
You were before,
Same.
actually. You were early, right, Andy? You were very early, weren't you?
Jimmer was earlier than I was on Sorare.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were about. It was similar, but we kind of got interested around the same time of replays. Like I would.
Right.
But what I was doing when I was diligent at it, I started in like, I want to say late summer of 2019, and I was just like,
Fuck.
setting Belgium guys, and I didn't know what the fuck it meant, and I was winning like $5 cards, and it was like, oh, cool. I don't know
Yeah.
who this guy is, but I'm gonna do my diligence to set all my lineups, which
Yeah.
paid off because all of those cards in my gallery now are what kind of snowballed.
Shit.
But I didn't know what I was doing.
How did you
Um,
find it then? How did you find it?
I
in
got-
2019?
So this is where I was going with that. It was like Andy and I both had played this baseball game that was sort of similar. In
Right.
the sense that like they had NFTs, you played a fantasy game, but the fantasy game was absolute chaos and didn't make sense. But they had collectibles and stuff like that. So that's what we got into in 2018, like late 2018.
Right.
And then we both got in kind of from Mark. So we knew Mark from that baseball game, YNWA.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
And so he got in, and then like what really got me and Andy interested is like Sam, the guy whose last comment, surface to air missile. He's like,
Yeah.
you guys gotta play this game. It's great. And we were like, we don't fucking care about Belgium soccer. But
That
now
was
we
the biggest
do.
struggle. Was like, I enjoyed EPL. I enjoyed like
Yeah.
But imagine
MLS
Andy.
lightly.
Imagine
Yeah.
if you and I liked, like, imagine we went to London in 2000. Obviously, we wouldn't have because the whole trip was based off of Sorare. But imagine we went to London in 2017 and we experienced the Hammer culture that we did, and then West Ham was the first, like,
But
because
this-
West Ham was on in 2019.
Yeah.
Like that would have been fucking awesome. I have the first 10 out of 10 super rare and Sorare, which is Felipe Anderson.
So this is the biggest thing that pisses me off beyond belief, is that I'm like, I've been a West Ham season holder for like, well, I had a year off, but like for like 7 out of the last 10 years, right? And I get emails like when I was a kid, when I was younger, I signed like all my mates up under my same phone number and email address so I could just manage everyone's tickets. So like even to this day, I get like 3 texts every game of like, hi, buy a ticket for like random. I don't even speak to the people anymore. But I get random marketing communications, right? I never once in 10 years got an email about Sorare from West Ham. I never got a single email. If I had have done, I would have been all over it, right? Like I would have joined in 2018-19 when West Ham first joined the platform. I'd have been like, this is amazing. I'm buying
Maybe.
it, right?
Maybe.
No, I would. So I was into crypto, right? Like I bought crypto and I
Okay.
believed in it.
Okay. Then you
And
probably would have.
I would have seen the notification. I'd be like, oh, that makes like, I mean, it's West Ham, it's football, it's my life, and it's everything I believe in finance and like the world, whatever. This makes so much sense. I'm gonna buy it all. Like I want to buy in, and I never got one communication. And I didn't find Sorare until just before the Gary V boom, like around the same sort of time. And it pisses me off so much that it was literally West Ham as well, the club that were on it, and I never got one communication about it. It angers me so much. Could have made
Yeah.
it full.
But like it would have been like at the time the product was
It was like Yeah, the cards were
It was-
cheap, but you were buying into pretty risky stuff.
It was
Right, but
weird.
the cards were expensive when I still bought into risky stuff, and the cards
Yeah.
are cheap
Yeah,
as
yeah,
shit
yeah,
now,
like-
and I'm still
but-
buying risky and shit
Right,
stuff.
right.
But right now, I
James.
mean, like that, it's like a pretty legitimate company that has a
It is.
valuation of.
But
Not to say they're doing everything correctly, but
No,
when
for
we were
sure.
buying it, it was like
it was like
no
it
clue
was
if anything's gonna work out.
it was like first seed round of fundraising, right? Like you bought super early.
Yeah.
For sure. And you're right. Like, and then the trade off of buying like the trade off, and this is what I think a lot of people forget, is the trade off of when you buy now and the low prices you're buying now, you're buying relatively low risk of like they're never going to go to zero, right? Like, there is a fundamental game ecosystem.
Oh.
Well, hot take.
Clip it.
But then
Yeah,
we're good. Ship
there's
it.
there's a fundamental game and ecosystem. There's a fundamental project there, right? It's like it exists. It's not a
Right.
completely speculative idea of like, oh, what if we turn NFTs into a fantasy game? There is a fantasy game that exists off these NFTs, regardless of valuation of those cards. It exists. Whatever Sorare do to incentivize the prices of that ecosystem is up to Sorare. But there is a project that exists now that works and has been proven. Proof concept has been proven that there is a demand for this game. Like people enjoy it, people love it, people play it, and they'll pay for the cards at whatever price they'll pay. They fucked up for the last 2.5 years on the prices of them, but there's still the project has evolved, and there's less risk now buying it as an ongoing concern of a company than when you guys bought.
Yeah, but I mean, the counter argument is when we bought it, it wasn't like expensive, so it's like,
Sure,
Well,
but it's
it's
not
like-
expensive now.
it's like going to the
expensive anymore,
casino
is it?
tonight. Well, that's I mean, that's all
I'm
relative.
being
That's all
facetious.
relative.
I'm taking the piss.
I think the big thing that was weird for me was I was leaving a product that was dying and joining this other platform that was at a stage.
The MLB one, right? The
Yeah,
one.
yeah, like they were dying, and
Right.
it was a company that kind of gave up on the product, and I was getting into this new product that was at an earlier stage, but it looked like garbage. Like
Right.
the website was like it was not a proper website.
So would you sell your Sorare gallery now to buy Ultimate Champions?
No.
No, like
Well-
that's my point. Like it's so much more further evolved as a project that you're not selling a risky thing of like, oh, it's gonna die. It's never gonna die like that. Like it's never gonna be. It's gone past that point of, oh, is this gonna have the potential to become a mainstream product? It is I argue that we're already mainstream with it. Like how mainstream we are is up for debate, but it's accepted as it's widely adopted as a game. Like it is
That's
fully
why-
accepted in communities. Like people know whether people play it or not, or how well they know it. People will
Yeah.
have seen or heard the name Sorare. People have seen it in football stadiums around the world. People have heard of it. Like the argument, there's a thing on the website that says there's 4 million users, right? There's not 4 million users. We all know that's lies. But
Right.
there has to be a reason why they have that number. Otherwise, it's completely libel, and they're fucked if they're completely lying about that, right? It's a complete rug pull if that's a complete fabrication. That comes from somewhere. There's got to be 4 million accounts in some capacity. So
Right.
they have got to a level of market penetration where people know the game exists. Like you're not buying a complete bullshit product anymore. It's not worked, but
Yeah, I agree.
Do people you know that like don't play? Do they
No.
know what it is?
so okay. So 2 stories. So one is so I bought crypto early. That's where I made the money I have in Sorare. And my friends laugh at like all crypto's a scam, like the whole standard narratives around crypto. So then I say about Sorare, it's like a running joke about it. So obviously when it went well, it was fun. Now I just don't say anything about it because it's very low, right? But there's that running joke, but they've never played it. I tried to get a couple of my friends involved. It was really confusing. I actually tried to do the in the pub event. I think Man City played Fulham last year, and I got my friend to literally download the game in the pub, watch the game, made a team, common team, and he was like, "Yeah, this is too hard." But if I tried that now with Rivals, I reckon it would work,
Mhm.
which is why I think Rivals is going to be so good.
Yeah.
But within my actual social circle of friends, no. I've got a couple of friends that have adopted it and actually bought in cards. Like my cousin's got it, and a couple of my other friends have done it. But I had one really random encounter. I was at work. We've got the company I work for. We've got an office in Spain, and a couple of Spanish developers had come over for an event. And I was chatting to one of them on a night out, I don't know how we got the conversation around football, but he said something around fantasy football, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm interested." He's like, "Oh, he said so rare." I was like, "You what?" I was like, "What did you just say?" He's like,
You're
"Oh,
like,
so
take
rare."
off your clothes
What?
right now.
Oh, he's
You
like, "Oh my."
fucking what?
I was like, "Don't you fucking leave! You're not leaving this pub now. You sit down." He's like, "Oh, but he only
Strap him
played
to the chair.
he only played the free to play game. He didn't play anything else. He just played the free to play game or the drafts."
Yeah. I would
And I
imagine
was like, "That's
conversion.
crazy!" Like I've
And you're
never,
like, you
I've never
son of
met
a bitch,
someone.
make your first deposit
Yeah.
right now.
But I was like, I've never. That was the first person I'd ever met that I didn't know that had brought up so rare to me.
Yeah.
But I've never met anyone since. I probably won't for a little while. But yeah, it's not like it's not a widely like mainstream game at that level of like it's not like a FIFA level adoption, right? Where everyone plays it, everyone knows what it is, and it's like.
In,
But I
in,
think-
in France, it is kind of, though, right?
Is that because of the unicorn thing of like it's this company, it's a flag?
think so.
Like we're all backing it, and yeah, but I think that's bullshit. I don't think that's not people knowing what So Rare is. That's just people getting involved in business, right? That's not the game. That's the business of So Rare, not the game of So Rare.
Yeah. I don't know. Like a lot of interesting comments you had around like the gambling. Like when you first came on, it's like fuck it, just get the gambling license. And it's like I think at some point it's like they just need to accept that it's a niche game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I think one of the biggest things as well is that they tend like so when they did all the hype. Do you remember there was a period where when Ryan Spoon left, but in that era, they were kind of just hiring any executive they could get from any big startup company. It was like, hey, this guy used to work at Uber. It's like we don't know what the fuck he's gonna do, but he used to work at Uber, so must be quite good at something, right? And it was like the announcement of like, hey, meet our new 4 executives of we used to do this. Like, what the fuck are they gonna do? We don't know what they are. And they went after like FIFA community people with like, yeah, we've looked at how they've made games and we're gonna make the next level iteration of FIFA and fantasy and merge it together.
To
But
be
they
fair,
never
a lot
cared
of the FIFA people that they brought on, I think, have been very good for the platform, like Nepenthes
Okay,
and Haber.
But I would, but I think there was a better caliber of person, and they didn't go for the right product. They should have gone for the Football Manager people. I don't know if you guys in America have ever played Football Manager.
it's
but
not big.
Right, but it is so much more relevant to So Rare, and it's also such a more cult following. Like people that play Football Manager are so much more akin, personality-wise, to So Rare managers.
It's all about scouting. Yeah,
they are so much more of a cult following. They're like they are so dedicated to So Rare, to Football Manager, right? Like they will play like years of one save. Like they will buy Football Manager 2012, and they will play that one game for 10 years. They won't buy the next iteration. They'll just play that one game. And they'll have like a 210-year save.
Is that the best?
People.
Is that the best one, or is it that they'll just continue the same game?
It's
They'll
like my dad.
The same game. They're just because they have a cult following of that game. They build their save and they have like this crazy idea of like.
I agree. I mean, it'd be like, oh wait, I can play Football Manager, but make money on it.
Yeah, and it's like I
Versus,
can buy these players and I can have their entire career. I can do it in real time, and there's just so much more synergy between Football Manager and So Rare compared to FIFA and So Rare. So Rare is not a game. I'm going to say this again. I said it in the comments before I come on. So Rare is not a game. It is an investment. You are scouting footballers. It gives people the chance to become an in real life scout, right? That's what So Rare is. It's not a game. It's a fantasy version of how can I scout footballers and turn my knowledge and passion into money. I can be right. I can find footballers. I can learn the matrix. I can think about how things are going to work going forward. I can find Ryan Cherky and think, yeah, he's going to be a future footballer. He's going to be an amazing footballer going forward, right? If I believe in it, I'm going to buy him. If you're wrong, cool, he's going to flop. He's going to sit on the bench, go to the reserves, go to Saudi Arabia, and he's going to fuck up. Or you go and find the next Matisse Tell, and he goes to Bayern, and in the next 2 or 3 years, he's probably going to be a starter when Sane or Coman move on, and he's going to be the next guy, right? Like, that's the Football Manager brain behind it.
Here's probably the reasoning, though. Like, what is the quote unquote market cap of Football Manager versus FIFA?
But they're very different guys. They're very different ecosystems, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
agreed.
Okay,
that's where it's like.
But the pond is
niche.
bigger, right? It's a lake and a pond.
Okay, but then so I would go back to I think the fundamental problem was limiteds, which I also said earlier. They should never have done limiteds. What they did was they devalued a premium product to try and make it mainstream. They devalued the idea of like, oh, goalkeepers are too expensive. How do you make the game cheaper for a point of entry? Which is I understand, but like, and this is one of the worries I have going forward, where I worry that So Rare as a company, they're, as much as they care about us as their users, right? We're their customers. Their fundamental goal is to make money, right?
They have
And will,
investors.
however they seem fit. So if they have
Not only do
10,000
they need to make money, they need to make money for their investors,
right,
which
right,
is
sure,
even worse for us.
And what a lot of people don't understand is we are not their investors. We are their customers. Their
Right.
investors are people that bought into the stock and bought into the company, right? So
Mhm.
they don't give a shit about you as an existing customer necessarily. They do, but
Right.
versus the longevity of the company and who makes the most cash and revenue, they will care about the future customer. So if they have an existing 10,000 user base, right, that gives them, let's say, 10 million a year annual revenue. I'm just picking random numbers, right? And that 10,000 users gives them £1,000 a year, and they get 10 million a year, right? And they can trade that 10,000 user base for 1 million users that give them £10 a year, and they get that same money, but it's probably more sustainable because it's easier to get £10 out of a user that's engaged in the platform every year, similar to FIFA, than it is to extract 1,000 every year out of every user for a 10,000 user base. If they then change the dynamics of the ecosystem to fit that next level of user base, they will do it. And I think that's what we've seen. And that's why Limited came in, right? That's why we devalued the product of a premium product from, well, I don't really want 2,000 users playing All-Star Rare. I'd rather 20,000 users playing All-Star Limited because we can monetize that much easier. And you can look at the things like the idea of microtransactions and that evolution of the game over the next few years, maybe.
I think Fripp said it really well though, where it's only bad in hindsight. Like you look at all the other decisions that went in, like when they added second division, like you're talking about building width and like building up. Like if that makes sense at all, like
Deep
like
and wide.
the more divisions, more leagues and all that, you're building width and like that devalued goalkeepers and limiteds, like both of those things compounding against each other.
100%.
And one thing I'll say with all that, like in hindsight, it looks really bad, but like if you remember the hype that we were going through and like what people were paying for, like I mean, I remember I sold
more than a premium product.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
It was unacceptable. It was inaccessible.
Yeah, and it was because of the scarcity of these cards. Sure. And the idea was, hey, we release more. And honestly, I think part of the decision was like people won't get fucked is bad.
Yeah, but I think that's
I don't think that they were like that, like, oh, this is for the customer. Like we're, but I think part of it was like, hey, the more release,
into the boom, right? They sold into the boom, like for sure. And as I said, I mentioned before I came on the stream, like the thing I said about the blueprint that was set by football into NBA, I don't blame them because they saw that blueprint of like there are so many users. If we take this, like you said, right, like you can add a scarcity below to take the liquidity and spread it thinner and then reduce the prices for a barrier of entry. In theory, that allows a lower level of entry point, keeps the same, like if rares are still at the same valuation, which you have to find an intrinsic value, which probably comes from the thresholds. It does. It's only cash. It's the easiest cash assignment, I suppose, to it. But like, and that's again why I say about money rewards rather than card rewards, because at least you can value an ecosystem, right? Like I know that if I can target certain positions or certain beat the games, whatever it's going to be over a course of a year or a 10-year plan with certain cards, I know what I can expect from my return on investment. And you can give some sort of valuation to them. If you then go downwards rather than going outwards, like you said, like if you had second divisions, that was the way to decrease the value of your goalkeepers, was by adding more leagues. But people were impatient, and we were in a boom. But then when they took that to NBA, you had a one league product, and I reckon they probably looked at it like, we've got this one division, and you've seen how hard the scarcity hits the user base that fast. That I reckon we can extrapolate that to when they times it by 10 or whatever it was to the scarcity levels, because it was that one user base to the American market. We're probably going to be we can probably easily retain these numbers. We then hit the bear market and it just went to shit. But
right,
I understand.
Not only the crypto bear market, but just like the economic bear market. Like people don't have money to be pouring into the product.
We hit war in Ukraine. We hit global like economic recessions, and I mean not by I suppose like
McDonald's doesn't even have a dollar menu anymore.
Like the saver menu here is like £3 for a burger. I'm like,
Garbage.
that was 99p before. It's bullshit.
To be
Like, that's
fair, what
nonsense.
the fuck are you thinking paying 2.8 ETH for a Mbappe
So I can show you
limited?
some horrible I can show you some horrible plays I've paid for. To be fair, I didn't get caught up in I never bought limiteds. I never wanted a limited. I think I bought a few for specialists just to play the game. But I never bought like Champion Europe limiteds and got really involved with it. I never did it.
Yeah,
Gladly.
there's some expensive ones out there.
Crazy. Someone said the other day that there was a De Bruyne limited with 2 ETH.
It
It's
was
fucking insane.
I was probably Bob Flynn. Like
Yeah,
this guy
I
in
think
chat,
it
right?
might have been on that.
I
Yeah,
think
it might
we-
have been on that. It might have been on this stream with Laird. Like, it's insane. Like 2 ETH for a limited is crazy. But at the time, that was what it was, right? Because it was only the Belgian cards. I think it was like 12 or 13, or there's like 6 or 7 rares, probably 20 limiteds, and the scarcity verse is going to get in a, I don't know, the equivalent. Going to get Kimmich, right? At the time, it was De Bruyne versus Kimmich as the top cards on top midfielders. Like, the scarcity made such a difference. But the problem with the limiteds is they've taken away the scarcity premium to cards, and that was the whole point of being so rare, right? Like there were 100 rares every year, there were 10 super rares, and there was 1 unique. That's of one card. And what you said, Andy, about like the breadth of cards, like people think, and I think this is where I fucked up when I bought cards, and I used to think like, oh, there can only ever be 1,000 of this player, right? But there's also 100 different iterations of that player across the divisions. So there's actually 100,000 cards that do the same thing that this card does. They've just got a different name to them.
Right.
And you just completely exclude that in that bull run. And then now we're like, oh shit, I've got so much options. I don't give a fuck where I put the money. It doesn't really matter anymore. I can buy anything I want. And
to be fair, because of limiteds, the product is in a completely different place, and it's accessible to so many more users, and like the number of people that play now.
That's a good thing. I don't think that's a good thing.
I do think it is.
It shouldn't be accessible to people. That's the point of it. You have free to play is anyone can play free to play. If you want to pay for the cards, stump your money up and pay for the premium product because you're trying to
the super rares and the uniques.
But they've become. Have you seen the prices of them? They've become so devalued as well. It's great. I tell you what, my one bit.
Well, devalued. I mean, like their scarcity numbers didn't change, right?
Well, they did in terms of breadth, but that's fine. But also the market's so inefficient that everything's dictated based on rare prices, right? And also, like, just general interest in the platform has gone down so much.
I think the fact that there's going to be 5 uniques of a certain player devalues them as well.
For sure,
like slowly but surely.
But that was known.
That's where they're going to get.
That should have been known when you bought the first.
But
unique.
Agreed.
That is. But then that's where you become like at that level. You expect there to be a premium product underpinning what you're buying at the unique level. That you then think, okay, fine. I'm going to buy one of what's potentially 6 or 7 uniques of this card, right? Let's say I buy a De Bruyne and let's say I buy a Kimmich now. I know in 2 or 3 years' time, there's potentially 5 or 6 Kimmich uniques on the game. Right. But I know that the reason I bought one of them is that I'm competing only against 5 or 6 users, and I'm smart enough to use them in the best lineup, and I will use them the best way. And there's an underpinned premium product that I'm going to return on that investment and that strategy that around Kimmich unique. That I'm going to use that one of 5 best. Not that, but when you get to the lower scarcity stuff, like, oh, there's 20,000 Kimmiches. Yeah, good luck. Like, you're just shot in the dark. You're just getting lucky, right? Like, that's fine. But even at the unique level, even if there is one of 5 or one of 6, you still have to be the smartest one of that 6 people.
Right.
So I still think that scarcity still holds true at the unique level.
I do think we're close to the point, though, where we max out on like total supply. And I think that the HG gave the number, I think it was 6 or 8 years or something. Like once the platform has lived that long, the total supply will pretty much be like the number of supply of like cards that are usable.
Yeah.
Actually, you can use in the game will be met. And I think that, I mean, obviously you have a guy like Mbappe who's going to be around for 12
that's
years
based on the users, right? That's not based on.
It's the lifelong of the player.
No, it's lifelong of the
player, right? Like,
if
a player who's 26, you've probably got 5 years at the top level until you're 31 and you drop off, right? Like you've got.
For some of them. Some of them they won't, and they'll be done by the time they're 30.
When some of them will go to 35, but the average life
Right.
cycle will probably be 6 to 8 years of a premium
Exactly.
card. Like its
Right.
best lifespan cycle.
Oh,
will be
okay.
6 to
I
8 years.
I think I misunderstood. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so like once the platform gets to a certain point,
Yeah.
we will be at that stage where
For sure.
supply has been like I almost feel like at that point we won't see. I don't want to say we won't see any more like devaluing of
But it'll
cards.
be a lot more stable.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot more stable.
Well, yeah.
Right.
I think one of the key things is they've never minted the full supplies of all the cards, right? When we get to that point, then you can actually forecast what price values might actually be. But they're not minting 100 rares a season.
For sure. But I don't think they ever will, I suppose. Well, it depends on the user base.
But
Yeah.
if they have, for me, one of the key indicators to know if this is sustainable or not is the demand is driving the max supplies of minted.
Yeah, for sure. But
And then you look at what the market's like. Right now, it's just really hard to know.
But what-
Obviously, we need more demand. Obviously, we
Yeah.
need more people to meet the supply.
that's what Silver haven't done, right? And that's but the major outcry, I suppose, which I don't agree with on Twitter and social media, is that like, oh, they're
The
just
marketing?
minting cards. They're minting cards non-stop. Like, of course they've got to fucking sell something. What else are they going to sell you?
Right.
They've got to sell something. They've got to make revenue. You've got to make money. Like, they're not going to sell nothing. They've got to sell you something. Like, they're going to sell cards. They're just a little bit behind where they wanted to be with the demand, right? Like, the idea of rivals and stuff. And I am convinced that rivals will push conversion very well. But, like,
Yep.
that is necessary. Like, you need to still sell cards. And even while it's dipping, they still need to sell. But what they haven't done, and Jimmy, you're right, mate, like, they haven't managed how they're auctioning them based on the demand. They've just carried on with their, well, we've got 60% on what we've said we're going to, on our guidelines of
Ooh.
we're going to auction these off, and we'll probably carry on. And they've not been like, oh shit, you know what? Demand has gone down 50%. Let's cut the auction rate 50% now, and then when it picks up maybe in March, we'll flood the market then. They've just carried on consistently with the same numbers.
Yeah.
Which is carried on devaluing it, which is a bit shit. But they
Yeah.
do something.
I mean, I would assume they probably have a lot less logic around their minting process and their business plan around maintaining card price values. But
Yeah.
when you talk about a premium product, it's like, I think a lot of what you said is like based on the price of entry or the card prices, but what really drives the premium product is what you can win.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of what you said, and a lot of people have said it, I think we don't get there until it's actually stable and measurable, which is you get fiat payout or you get ETH payout, right?
Which
And
is
that-
why I think we
that is what-
rewards.
I think
Fuck the card reward.
driving a premium product is you can win X, right? It is a premium reward.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
not a premium entry.
Yep.
And that is one thing that I can do. I think they can do to fix it. And I don't think that limited matters at that point, right? Limited supply doesn't matter as long as the premium rewards are in the premium divisions. But the premium rewards are cards, which are very, very versatile, or not versatile, but
Valuable.
well, not valuable.
Well, they're variable. They fluctuate. so highly.
variable.
Like they're based on the economy. They're not fixed, right? Like
Yes. What's the volatile? Not
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, volatile, not
there we go.
versatile. Yeah.
Scasmo, you mentioned all ETH rewards, and I think
100%.
like I hear you. I think that it also is the highest risk thing that they could do. Like from
No,
a
I disagree. I disagree. It's
could
not high
save the
risk.
platform. It could also kill the platform.
No, it's not high risk. It's not. I'm sorry. I so strongly.
I think
disagree.
it's like the
not
Field
risk.
of Dreams. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, you're assuming
right.
that though.
Look, right. Okay.
I
Right.
don't
Fine. So, well, I was going to say earlier, and I stopped before I said it. I'm going to say it now. Is that you can clip this if you wanted to. Like, my one piece of advice would be to anyone: join the platform now. Go and buy yourself a unique threshold team. That's it. Like, just go and buy yourself Super Rare Goalkeeper with the most utility you can find at the cheapest price. Go and get yourself, I don't know, two uniques in each position that play every week in their divisions. Find some sort of synergy between them. You can probably build that for about 2.5 ETH. Right? There are auctions that go now for about 0.3.
Yep.
If you go and get the whale reward uniques, you can pick them up for 0.3 on secondaries, and they're half decent cards. They're hitting. They've got peaks in them, right?
Yeah.
You can build a squad. It's 2.5 ETH, and you're getting 0.3 a week out of that in thresholds.
If you hit
You
it.
can, like, sure, but like you can. I believe if you put 2.5 ETH into a unique threshold squad, you can get that money back in a year,
Which is you can't
which
do
is
that
crazy.
anymore. Yeah,
Right.
you can't do
It is
anymore.
crazy.
Which is crazy, right? So like, okay, so then my argument would be, so if that's because the cash rewards, let alone the card rewards on top of it, if you convert the entire ecosystem into cash rewards, I know what I am playing for. I know how to value my cards. I have to value my gallery. Go, you know what? Fine. If I've got a £50,000 gallery, and I'm like, right, I bought these cards because I believe in the longevity of their careers, how good they are, how good they perform now, how I think I can perform. I think I can win X amount of cards or X amount of money. If I genuinely believe what I can hit, I can build some sort of calculation between like, okay, if I get top 20 in 6 weeks and I get top 50 in 4 weeks and I get the threshold in 24 weeks out of a year, right? And I know that I'm going to get 20 grand back out of that, out of my 50 grand investment over a year. Okay, that's fine. That's 1 year. If I know that my cards are going to play, or I expect my cards are going to play for the next 6 years, that's fine. That's going to be 120 grand of my 50 grand investment. That makes sense. I can start valuing the cards on some actual tangible ROI. Yeah, okay, it limits its potential ceiling, but the ceiling comes from the demand, not the other way around, right? Like the floor is constantly diminishing because the demand isn't there to keep it up.
I
Whereas
think-
the other way around is the ceiling stays there, but it gets pushed up by more competition trying to get the ROI. So the ROI decreases over time. So right now, if I go and buy a 2.5 ETH team and I can get 100% a year, if the user base grows 10x and all of a sudden the prices go up 10x, my ROI is going to drop by 10x, right? Because it's going to cost me 10 times as much to buy the players. So now I'm getting 10% a year. Now I've got to be much smarter in how to buy the players. It's not going to go that extreme, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
And
it
10%.
changes the way the demand changes the supply, like changes the way that it goes from a floor to a ceiling.
Yeah, and getting 10% while you're still doing something somewhat enjoyable, which is
For sure.
soccer or football,
And
is
that's also the
unbelievable.
minimum. That's also the minimum. That's also an average performance. That's not, of course, we're
Yeah.
not talking about like buying smart
Yeah.
players and actually scouting and picking up the right players and trading them and progressing
that-
through their careers and watching them get better and selling
Yeah.
them when they become a better player and then moving into other undervalued cards and picking up injured guys and however you want to do it, right? Like the whales will always be inefficient and pay premium money for superstars to get the jackpot prizes. And
Yep.
one thing you're going to have to do is always
this
have jackpots.
Yeah, so this is one of the things that we were talking about before you had joined, which was like the napkin math on just the threshold, right? Which you can actually calculate, and you talk about the ROI today, which is
Yeah.
crazy. And I talked about it on, I think one of the server Andrews one time was just like the communication or the package of selling the product is just so poor, and
Yeah, it
nobody
is.
that is coming into this product actually realizes the opportunity in the thresholds.
Right,
Because it's
especially
crazy.
at the top levels, especially at the
Yeah.
top scarcities. Like, yeah, I mean, the rare prices are so in the toilet. Like, it doesn't matter what you buy, you're going to make your money back, right? Like, if you play Threshold, you buy any 10, 12 rares, you're going to make your money back in 6 months because you have to be a moron not to be able to make your money back from rare thresholds based on 0.001 ETH cards, right? But at the top level, you can make so much in the ETH and the threshold so quickly if you're smart and you hit the right cards.
If
It just, yeah, for sure, but it bewilders me that not more people are moving up to do it because there is such a low barrier of entry to do it, and there is such an easy return on it.
it's just high risk for people.
It is.
Buying uniques.
For sure, and I'm speaking as well. Like in contrast of if someone's got £25 to spend on a limited squad, like you can't go buy a unique. Like I get that as well. Like I'm not speaking about those guys. I'm speaking about a very specific niche gallery audience of like people that have got a 5 to 10 ETH gallery and sitting in rares and playing rare or struggling into rare plus. Like,
Yep, and like Peyton said, I mean, like just a little bit of bad luck. Your player is out of
100%.
form. Coach benches him,
absolutely,
and then this team gets promoted, and now
You
they're
gotta pray to
playing.
the Optigods.
Yeah,
For sure.
Like
okay, so then it comes down to what's your aim, right? Like if you so send a hypothetical, right? You put 2.5 ETH. Do you put that 2.5 ETH into buying? Okay, I'm going to go and buy. Obviously, America's finished, right? So I'm going to go buy the Champ Europe guys. I'm going to go and buy a Kimmich for what, an ETH? 0.9. I don't know what he is. And you got like 1.6 left. Go and buy yourself a goalkeeper for 0.3, 0.4 for a decent goalkeeper. and you got like 1.1, 1.2 left, 1.2 say, go and buy yourself 2 super rares and another decent like Cancelo 0.3, right? You're not going to get you're not going to get any more than that. You're going to get just about to get a team together.
Yeah.
You get one bad injury and you're fucked anyway. You haven't got any depth anyway. Or you go and get the alternatives and go and get yourself like 6 0.1 guys that can rotate. But
What's the discussion here though? Is it how to spend 2.5 ETH correctly, or is it?
Well, no, it's just an example of like, I think if you've got 2.5 ETH, my advice would be go and get involved in the unique threshold. I think it's so undervalued and ignored.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the reason why we got onto this was how so rare grow, right? And like the sustainability and stuff. And what I think they should do is they actually think they can double down. So people say about sustainability of thresholds.
That's how you
I
don't
actually
get canceled. Doubling down.
I actually think
That's what we talked about before. Just
increase.
stick to your guns, baby.
All back.
Right. Increase the thresholds. Don't take. They're never going to get taken away. Make them
No,
bigger.
we were talking about just continuing to say like sexist things.
Okay, yeah, fuck women, fuck whatever. I don't care.
Oh, what about wise women?
Yeah, no, okay. Fuck wise women, yeah. Fine.
Oh.
No, but
I
like,
wonder if anybody's ever done like a Christmas with wise women instead of wise men carrying their.
they will do. That
yeah.
will happen. Well, that will happen. It's definitely a nativity play in the making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All female nativity.
Jesus,
scene?
yeah. I think Jesus was transgender.
Jesus, baby.
3 wise women.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Anyway,
Anyway,
I gotta chime in and just poke it and steer the conversation a different
That's
way.
right.
back to the threshold thing. Like,
To be fair, you don't know that he wasn't, so
it's true. Well, you don't know that. I don't know.
I mean.
Yeah. Where was I? I'm so lost now.
Back to the threshold thing.
Threshold thing. Right. Yeah, so Jesus had a dick or no? Where were we?
I think he had a dick.
He had a dick, but they took it off him. He had one.
I don't know. I don't know what book of the Bible that one is. Maybe Exodus. Exodic.
Exodic. Yeah, that's the one. Fuck's sake.
You were talking about how the
Thresholds.
double down and
Yes, double down.
it.
Double down. So, like, okay, so I said obviously, like, that introduction or that entry point is undervalued. If you double down on it, in theory, it should increase the interest in it, and it should double the prices. Like, if I can get the same ROI on the cards I'm getting now, but it doubles, and yeah, okay, the risk doubles because the price is twice as high, but the payout is still the same ratio, I still pay. I'd happily still stay in it. It's still an incredible rate you're getting paid out at. And they can instantly increase the price of the uniques. And they guarantee you they'd get more money out of the unique sales than they would than they paid out the thresholds if they increase.
So do you think they should do a upper threshold and a lower threshold?
Potentially.
What an idea!
But I think 280 is already pretty hard. I don't think 280 is easy. And I think as well the biggest. This is one.
So what if they did like 350 and then got rid of the card rewards?
You'd have to have a big payout. Someone said before about like a sliding scale, like the more points you get, the more you get paid out at. Quite like that, right? Like or I think there was one where it was like you choose what to go for, so you're gambling, right? Effectively. So you're like before the game week starts, it's like, okay, how strong do I think my team is?
It's like spades.
If I put my team in, it's like, okay, I've got a 250 point cap to put it in with, or whatever the cap is now.
Like blackjack.
Yeah, and it's like
betting
okay,
against
fine.
the house, and the house flips the cards, which is Opta. It's like Opta's like, nah, dude, 21. Suck it. No, I liked that idea too. It's like, sorry to cut you off, but it was
no, go.
Where you basically thought how strong your team was, and you set the bars. Like, I think I can hit 325.
Yeah,
and then you're gonna pay me this if I make it, but
Yeah.
your cap is still 240, but I think I can hit 325 with this, and I'll
and I'll make
in rare I'll get $125 versus 50.
Do you think they would lose more money or make more money doing
They
that?
make more money. People would
Oh,
gamble.
they
They
would,
would lose.
yeah.
They'd make so much more money.
Yeah.
They'd be so much more profitable.
Yeah, people would shoot for the stars. For sure.
100%. 100%. I know I would. I know everyone. I know everyone would. Everyone would.
It could
So you'd be
because
buying
of-
those zero guys for the week.
And that's the thing as well. Like, they wouldn't
Yeah.
even. They wouldn't. They'd make more money because they'd pay out less because people wouldn't hit what they think they can. Right? People would be too ambitious. But also, they'd sell more cards because people would be buying those 0 L15s for more money to hit more money on that gamble, and they'd still lose.
Yeah.
And they would make more money doing it. 100%.
I think so too.
I don't know how sustainable. I don't. To be fair though, I don't know how that would fall in the gambling laws. But now we've got the new ruling, right? Like, who gives a fuck? Should be fine,
Yeah.
right? Should be covered.
But they
But
can.
they're not-
It's
they're
just
not
a
paying
game.
for it.
It's
They
just a
can
game,
also like
Scosmo.
weigh the odds against you. Like it's not like an even payout. It's like, okay, if you want to go to 325 versus 280, you
Go
get
for
paid
it.
$75 instead of 50. Like so, it doesn't make sense logically, but people would still do it because
They
more
would.
money.
100%. They would, and especially at the top level where like the numbers become so enticing, right? Like if I've got the choice of winning $500 for a 280 cap, right? Or if it was like 320, I give you $2,000. I'm going every week for $2,000. Like I'm not doing that. I'm
Yeah.
putting the best.
Yeah.
I'm putting my best team possible in. I'm like, okay, if I hit 280, I'm going to assume that out of my 5 guys, I'm probably going to I'm going to need at least probably 2 decisives, right?
Yeah.
And if I hit those 2 decisives, I've got a good chance of getting to 320 pretty easily if I get the right things happen. Like it doesn't take. If you get the minimum, it doesn't take much more to beat that. If you look at so many people like that miss the threshold in the top levels anyway, like I think it's quite small margins. But if you get past it, you tend to breeze past it quite well. That's based on no facts. That's just purely conjecture. That's just my opinion. But like,
Sam says there's too many
Research.
users now with existing galleries that can easily hit the threshold. They
No.
really can't raise it much without but we're not saying raise the threshold. We're
No, speak for
we're saying
yourself.
choose
I think he's
your own
saying-
adventure.
Well, I think he's saying raise the payout.
but it's
Like
okay. So
So
let's be
our
fair to
argument is
Sam.
we're lowering the payout. They're going to pay out less.
Well, to be fair to Sam,
Well,
I did
the
start.
res-
I did
the outcome
start-
would be paying out less.
I did start by saying that though. To be fair to Sam, I did say to start with like you could double it and you'd sell uniques twice as much. But that's again assuming we're going to get the new influx of users. If there's no users coming in,
We're
or
all
people aren't
fucked.
stepping up, or there's no one stepping up anyway, platform's fucked anyway. Like doesn't
Yeah.
matter. If we just sat on the existing user base sitting in the same place they are, things fucked anyway. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it needs people. It needs rare and super rare users to be buying uniques and ambitiously going for unique cap anyway. And if they're doing that, they need to buy the uniques. So you might as well, if you double the threshold, they'd pay twice as much for the uniques and they'd go in twice as hard, I believe. But that's that point that Sam.
I mean,
said,
if it's
but-
already such a good investment,
Yeah,
then you'd
it's-
already be seeing
and
that.
they're not doing
right?
it.
Yeah,
But
it
then-
is. It is a really interesting.
But then why aren't people? Why do you think people aren't doing it? Why do you think
Because
people
they don't have
aren't
the
doing
money. People are
I,
poor right
I
now.
think they've
Okay,
already.
but they
There's a
have-
lot of
have
poor
galleries.
people in this world.
it? Fine. Okay. Andy, what's your gallery worth? Do you know roughly?
No clue.
$2.
Do you play unique 240? Do you play unique
Yeah.
240?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think someone that has a 15 ETH gallery in rare and super rare, right? They
Should
Don't look at my-
yes. Do
Don't
they
look at my
no?
galleries, Cosmo.
Huh? Say again, Jim.
I said, don't look at mine.
What's yours? I've got my phone. I can't see.
Well, I'm just saying, don't look at it because I think
Okay.
I'm the guy you want to ask this question to. as to
Right.
why-
Okay, but like, so okay. So go on. Talk to me. What have you got?
I have a 60 ETH gallery and I don't play unique.
Right. Okay. So why don't you play it? Why not?
I think it goes.
I would
back,
say because
think it goes
I would
back
say
to what
because he
Pa-
has
I
one
think it goes-
unique.
I think it goes back to what Peyton said, right? Like I don't like the risk of putting into one card. I very rarely will spend a lot of money on
Okay.
one card. That's just and I won that unique, so like if I play unique, I invest money and each one of those cards has a significant risk in it alone.
Sure.
But I'm also like probably not a good case.
No, but
here,
that's
like-
okay. that's perfect. That's fine. Your risk appetite is is lower than what mine is, right? Like you would rather have.
Right, but like with my
That's
gallery,
fine.
there is no reason that I shouldn't sell rares into uniques.
But okay, so
I
you agree
acknowledge
with the logic. Your risk appetite is not following with it, and you just don't. It's not you. Like
Right.
you understand the logic. You just don't personally feel that
Yeah.
that investment
I'm
strategy.
also
That's
a
fine.
hoarder, so I like quantity over quality, baby. Let's
Right.
go. Also,
Okay.
why I love McDonald's.
Oh, you gotta have seconds up as well. You gotta have doubles, didn't you?
I might have 2 Donskis. I might double down. Don't want to get canceled, you know.
We're way past that. Don't worry.
You got to double down on everything, or else you'll get canceled. That's why I eat McDonald's twice, baby.
Bob's saying you just need to play second division unique.
100%. I tried it, and then I had a decent player, and I sold him because he was worth too much money.
Yeah.
And now I don't have a team anymore.
So like one of the things for me, and I'm a different case because I've been playing since 2019. My gallery value is crazy. It's always been crazy when it rose from like $2,000 to $12,000. I was like, holy shit, I should probably sell this. And then all of a sudden it went to like 200,000, and I was like,
That's
I'm just
insane.
gonna ignore this because I enjoy the game. I enjoy these
Yeah.
people. So it's like,
Did that feel real to you, Jim? Like when that went, because that is a crazy, like from 2,000 to like 200,000. It must feel so surreal.
Yeah, okay,
You must have felt
so
so detached that like you can't even like actually accept that that's worth $200,000 to sell it.
Yeah, I mean the returns are insane. It's like I probably have put less than 10,000. Well, I can't really say specifically how much because it's hard to tell, but like less than 10,000 is just like kind of snowballed.
Yeah.
And so like for me, it's very difficult to enjoy the game but also have money on the line. Like if I started So Rare today, I would probably be disinterested very quickly because I don't have the risk appetite for it, and I'd be playing limiteds. I would be losing, and I'd be like, I tried it. It kind of sucks, and the position that I'm in is just because I'm in early. That's
right.
That's kind
That
of
sounds like a problem for the platform.
I mean, like I don't think I'm
right?
the kind of guy who would be attracted by a premium product in general. Like,
Isn't that what you're doing?
well, I'm just a never sell kind of guy, so I still trust the Pavel.
I think you would enjoy the platform. You'd play limited, and you'd have your Liverpool stacks, and you'd be having a blast. But
yeah, it's hard to say.
Do you think like how many people really do that? Like, do you think how many people do you think honestly come on So Rare, buy like one team, their team they support or a stack, whatever it is, run it every week, and they don't care about the rewards, they're just having fun?
I don't know. I think people do it.
How many? But how many people do you think do that?
I have no idea.
I would say 20 to 30%, maybe.
Really? That high?
Probably lower. Maybe 10 to 20.
Maybe it's because the position we were in, the way we came into the game and how I perceive it, that like I can't ever imagine just enjoying playing in the game. Like it is purely a financial instrument to me. Like I love it. Like it's just the way to capitalize on football knowledge and enjoyment and make it a financial thing. Like I can't imagine playing this just for fun. And even like we obviously started doing the Rivals stuff, right? Like Rivals is fun. But after I played it for fun, after about like a week, I was like, it's great. But with nothing on the line, I don't really care. But it's the same reason I don't play FPL Fantasy Premier League football. Like I've never played Fantasy Premier League. I've never done it. Like I've tried every single year. I've tried for the last like 7 or 8, 10 years maybe. And by November, I don't play it anymore. I just get bored. I forget 1 week. I don't do it. I just don't care. Right? Like when the summer tournaments come around, when the Euros and the World Cups play, I tend to play those with like work leagues and stuff, and I do all right at them because they're quite intense and they're like every day you're playing and you're involved with it, which is similar to what So Rare is like, and it's so intense you have to want to care. The week by week stuff, like I just don't care about it. So unless you're intensely engaged, I don't get how you could just have fun playing fantasy football.
Counterpoint. What would you think what is the most successful fantasy soccer game out there?
It's going to have to be FPL, right?
Right.
In
So
terms of conversion and numbers, it's the biggest.
that's the counterpoint to your
Oh, for
persona.
sure, the average person. You're right. Yeah.
So that's the argument as to why people will come into So Rare and play that for fun.
Okay, fine. I'm going to counter your counterpoint and say,
Don't
what
no
do you
no
think?
no you can't. Yeah, go for it.
But like, okay, so you're right. But so, what's success, right? So when you said like the most successful, you talk about just numbers that play it. Numbers that sign up at the beginning of the year is the biggest thing, right?
Yeah.
But
So
the reason So Rare is so appealing is because by November there are so many people that just don't care anymore and give up.
yeah, and that's why I
and
think
the user
what
base
you
drops
said.
off the cliff after a
Well,
couple of months.
I think what you said a couple times while you've been here is you think Rivals is going to be one of the biggest conversion things.
Mm.
And I think the reason why
100%.
FPL is so successful is not because of the grand overall leaderboard. It's the social aspect of it,
100%,
playing with your
100%,
friends,
yeah.
right?
100%.
And that's why I think, people still do that. People do that today, which is a lower percentage because you can't really equate, or you can't really focus on how, like, I bought my stack of Newcastle players, I bought my stack of Liverpool players, and we're going to see how well we do against each other. Like, that's kind of lame. But
Yeah.
Rivals really brings that to a new
100%.
level of head-to-head competition, to where I think it can really convert people the same way. But
For sure. Yeah, 100% agree. 100%. My only worry would be with scaling, right? Like, so there was some ideas I saw around, like, oh, you could have in stadium games. So like, right, so the weekend, right, I'm going to West Ham Palace on Sunday, right? And there was the argument like, oh, you could have on the big screen before the
Yeah.
game or half time, right? Okay, so it'd be like, oh, everyone download, like, scan
QR
the QR code, download
Yep.
Rivals, come and take
Yep.
part, right? Okay, so what you can do then with that is you then have an in stadium private league of
Yep.
everyone that's downloaded on that day competes in that division. But you've got a 60,000 seat stadium, right?
Yep.
How, like, you're going to have the same lineups? Like, who wins? It's going to be, it's the same way as like the idea of like the XP bonuses to make that difference.
Yeah.
But
I don't know,
Whoever buys pro cards.
Right,
I
but
think
then there's not enough
you'd be
variation.
surprised as to how many permutations you can get between the amount of players
Okay,
and the
but
tactics and the captain. I think you'd be surprised
amongst
as to
the 60,000 people on one specific game of 11v11.
how many of the 60,000 are going to scan the barcode.
No, I mean,
and play.
of course.
Probably
of course.
1/10 of that, right?
10%
Or less.
at most.
Yeah.
Fine.
So you have 6,000 people.
1,000 people. Let's say 1,000 people, right? You're right, but okay, but of those 11v11, okay, realistically, 3 or 4 players on each team just score shit. No one's using them, right?
And
Like, no one's going to use them.
We'll say 10 to 20% of them are going to be the underdogs, because the people who are there for their team, they're obviously underdogs.
Right, they're going to pick the home team anyway.
Who are going to be the contrarian to the whole stack, the full stack of the other 4,000 people.
Yeah, like I just don't. I don't know how that actually converts into a competitive game where, like,
somebody will buy pro cards. For
Yeah,
an hour.
and then
Sure,
you take the 50 to 100 people who spent $50 to get an edge, and they're the ones that are going to win the in-store gift card that they can go spend after the game.
Fine, yeah, fair. Well, I think as well, what you could do maybe is create a season-long version of it, right? Like, if you're doing, or is that too much?
Yeah,
That's too much. Okay.
I don't think people want that level. Initially, they don't want that level of commitment. They want to play the.
One of the
the
things
game
that
quickly.
Rivals really does well that So Rare or SO5 tournaments don't is the gratification and how long it takes to get it right. It's like if you're talking about a game week tournament, you're setting your teams. For us in the US, it's usually Thursday night. You're reviewing them Friday morning. But you don't get the result until fucking Tuesday, right? So you're waiting 100 hours plus before you actually see the result. With Rivals, you're committed an hour before the game and you get the result in 2 hours. And that's why I think it's also going to stick of people who are interested in it. I think there will be a market for, or demand for, a season-long model for that, but people have short attention spans.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I am excited, but I do think it will do well. I do think it'll do well. I think as well, like the biggest point is the conversion rate. Like a lot of people look at things in isolation, right? Like, people look at the market and like we said about like the efficiencies in the market and like how you look at the breadth of number of cards rather than just the scarcity of one card and those different like nuances of how you look at things that create the actual valuation of the cards. Like when you look at the reason why we don't have the conversion of the numbers is it's not just a purely demand thing, right? Like there might be people out there who want to play the game, but they're not being converted properly. Like personally, I think that's partly. I don't think the advertising material is.
That's what that 4 million number is it's the number of people that they haven't converted.
Right, but I think, but
It's
I
also
think, like,
2 million of those are just
just
denied
multi
multi
accounts.
accounts.
They're
Yeah.
my older brother accounts. They're all
Yeah.
my family accounts, right?
Yeah, but hey, you know, there are accounts can't
But you never know.
discriminate.
Oh, for sure.
We'll ban them after, but it's good for the numbers, baby. Let's
Right.
get those multi accounts rolling. Let's go.
I think as well, like when you. So like, I tell you what, I was on Transfer Market earlier today or yesterday. I was looking at a player, and I actually noticed for the first time. I'd never noticed it before. I don't know if you've been on Transfer Market to like look at players before, but like when you see the players towards the top of the page, on the left hand side, there's like the position. I think it's like the pitch shows where they play on the pitch, right? On the left hand side, there's three there's like a grid of like three different things you can click on. One of them is like gallery, one's player. One actually just says so rare, and I've never noticed it before. I clicked on it, and it just said, you click on it, it's just a standard advert of like, hey, come and get your 10 cards, like buy 10 cards and get one free. And it's like the 2021 cards. It's like an old image. I'm like, that has not been managed by the marketing team. That's just been like, hey, we got a partnership with Transfer Market. Here's some standard imaging. Go and put some adverts on your platform, and we'll pay you $100,000 a month for advertising. Thanks. Cheers. Bye. Right? Like, that's not been progressively developed and activated properly. That's just sweet. We've got the traffic, apparently, right? We've got the partnership, but they're not building on it. And I think that is one element of like the flow of marketing where you put your adverts out on the internet on certain websites or certain placements, and then the conversion rate of like, if I click on that ad on my phone, where do I get taken next? Before it was I get taken to a shit web browser version of Sora that doesn't work. I have to sign in and then get a two-factor authentication, and I can't do it, right? And then I get a crappy mobile app I can download that doesn't do anything, and I just turn my phone off. I don't give a fuck, right? And turn off it. Whereas now it's, okay, now if you go on Transfer Market, and I hope, they now advertise Rivals as the main thing with actual live dynamic updates and adverts. And I'm like, yeah, cool, this is relevant, and I'm interested, and I'm gonna click on this. And then it takes me straight through to the app. I download the app, quick, one click, sign in, get Google sign in, whatever you're going to get, right? Nice, quick, instant, like Gmail sign in. Instantly link it. No problems. Play your free game, registered. And then if I want to go and buy a card, I'm prompted, here you go, spend 65p, buy yourself your first limited card, get a 10% bonus. Yeah, fuck it, why not? And then you're in, right? Like that process flow of marketing will be the difference. Not the Rivals game itself, but how they market that game in that flow of conversion will be where I think we make a lot of new users, which I don't think people quite grasp. Like people just think like, oh yeah, we got Rivals. Like, why is the number going up? Like, the number's not just going to go up like that. You need to activate the products you've got. Like,
yeah, I mean, what I assume is exactly what you said, where 2021, because I remember that announcement. It was like, well, we partnered with Transfer Market, and then exactly what happened. They implemented it, and the same thing. And I was like, I don't know how big the company that you work at is, but any larger corporation, they have an idea, they implement it, and then it's fucking history, right?
Yeah.
It is what it is. That's it. And they don't put love and care into. You could essentially call it a product, right? That agreement or that marketing with Transfer Market is a product. You need to continue to grow it until it reaches its maximum potential, and then you phase it down, right? And what they did was, we have an idea, we implemented it, we put an ad on Transfer Market, and nobody at the company fucking knows anything about it, and they don't continue it, right?
Yeah.
And that it's a common problem with any corporation, because it's very difficult to quantify and fund things that way if you don't actually quantify the return on investment of that investment.
Sure.
And that's what I assume happened. And if they don't if they don't treat all of those relationships with love and care,
Love and
just-
care, baby.
it'll just be. I mean, it'll just be garbage. It's like you have like people will see that and be like, "What's so rare?" And be like, "Oh, I got a link to a website. Who cares?"
Yeah. But it's the
Jimmer's like a
same as-
hippie over there. Love and care, baby.
that's like
TLC. It's so much better to do way less and do those way less things
do
right
better.
versus like we have all of these ideas, we're doing all these different things and they all suck.
But even like when you see like, oh, we've got advertising in every stadium in the world. That's great. What does it fucking say? It's just got a picture of a football and says "Own your game." I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything.
Well, come on.
Oh,
You
yeah,
need to figure that out.
Like,
Come
little
on,
side-
Scosmo.
what are you talking
Yeah.
about?
A
Like,
side
what-
thing is what I've always wanted in my life is one of my close friends to be extremely susceptible to like really poor advertising. And like when they see something, it's like, oh, we're like a commercial break. We're watching like a game or something, and something comes on. It's like, oh, this cheeseburger is great. And the guy's like, oh my god, I have to fucking buy that cheeseburger now. It's like, who actually responds the way that these marketing companies?
about
want
the-
them to?
Yeah.
To be fair, have
like-
you watched like one of those like
I
late
want this
night
cheeseburger. Oh my god.
infomercials on like a flashlight, and it's like you can run
Girls
it over
Gone
with
Wild?
your truck, you can freeze it. Girls Gone Wild. Yes, all of these things are brilliant. Like I need it now.
But there
No
must be people out there
CODs.
that do that, right? There must be people out there where it wouldn't work. Like,
But yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
or, those,
yeah,
or is or then
marketing
Is it just a
works.
repetition thing? Is it just a product placement and brand awareness? A repetition of like,
I
if
don't
I
know.
put this in front of you enough times, when you do want a burger, you'll think of this advert and you'll then think of my burger, rather than like, I'm going to put a burger in front of you now, and you're just a fucking moron, and I'm going to tell you to
Yeah.
eat a burger, so you eat a fucking burger. Or is it
Right.
if I tell you every day of the week, have a burger, but have my burger 7 days. When you want a burger, you'll think of my burger. Like, but sorry,
Dude, I
doesn't do
can't. I
either.
cannot stop thinking about your burger.
Come down to McDonald's, man.
I
I've
just
got
like
two of them.
I
Alright,
don't
two of them here.
I just don't get it. Maybe it's just me, but like advertising doesn't. I don't get it.
No,
It's like
same.
I nothing that I ever see on commercials ever sticks with me, and nothing is like, oh god, I gotta fucking get that.
That's because you're retarded.
That's fair. That's why I want to. That's why I want a friend to counteract me, who just ignores all advertising and just cannot ignore it. It's like, oh my god, that's fucking. They
I
just
want
said
to buy
that's the-
everything.
They just said that's the world's best coffee. I need it.
Yeah. You show up and you're like, can I have the world's best coffee?
Yeah,
I need that.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
Scosmo, I don't want to watch the sun. I mean, I kind of do want to watch the sun come
Oh
up
no,
in
we're
London.
committed. We got to be Scosmo time.
Oh my
It's fine
god.
by me. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. It's fine. Doesn't matter to me.
No, what matters to me is I still have to set lineups.
Yeah,
I think
it's
Jim
fine.
Jim
Same,
does
so,
too.
so do I. But I've got a few hours, yeah.
Wow.
Well, I suppose you got to go to sleep, and then I get to wake up.
No,
for
no,
it.
no. Hey, we're going for the record on the longest So Rare podcast ever.
What is the record for that? Do we know?
I think we might have hit it.
No,
Well,
no,
almost
no.
3
I think
hours.
Hey,
doesn't
8
like
more
the pen
minutes.
press
and-
do like all day ones.
Oh.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. That's just like
Oh, dude, he
background
does the
noise
rivals grind. Yeah.
I thought he
Is that
didn't
Danny
like
Grind?
rivals.
No, I think rivals is like a game mode in
It's
FIFA.
like FIFA.
Oh,
like FIFA.
okay.
Okay,
see.
we have to hit at least 3 hours though. Yeah, that has
Yeah,
to
we
be
got
done
8
for 3
minutes
hours.
left. 7
Yeah, we're not
minutes
leaving
left.
before that. It's 3 hours. 100%.
Okay,
Yeah, we
once
gotta
it hits
hit
3 hours, then we'll call it. My dog
Okay.
is getting very upset with me.
Oh, she
But
He
that's
wants some
okay.
McDonald's. He wants some McDonald's.
Come here. You can come on stream. Come on.
I gotta get my dogs
Yeah, my
on
boy.
stream.
Come on. No, okay.
Hey, where's
Well,
Jackie?
ugh. Peyton said y'all got this. I'm struggling at this
We're getting
point.
there. We're getting there. To be
Oh
fair,
yeah,
I
right
did-
on his lap.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't realize I could see comments on my phone.
What's
So I lose it.
what's this puppy dog's name?
This is Charles.
Is Charles missing an eye?
Oh,
No, he just has a bad haircut.
well, you got a poodle.
Charles.
I think that's a Labradoodle, right?
Is that a
Uh,
Labradoodle?
he's a golden doodle. He's
A golden
75% poodle.
What is a Goodle?
Yeah, this is his brother. Hey, Jackie, come here.
You got a big one and a little one.
Oh, Very cute.
Do you have a pet, Scasmo?
I have. I've got a little dog. Got a,
What's your dog doing right now with you at McDonald's for the past 3 hours?
He's
Shitting
just
on the
waiting
floor.
for his dinner. I'm going to bring him home a burger.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to triple up and get him some
He's
food
watching all the
tomorrow.
advertisements on TV. He's like, I want that burger. Give me that burger.
Yeah, he's just sitting at home watching like So Rare adverts. That's it.
He's watching So Rare Andrews
He's
at
setting
home.
my lineups, actually, to be fair. He's setting my lineups.
Oh, so that's Super Scasmo. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just my dog.
Oh, super Skazi.
Yeah, to be fair, that guy's actually alright. I've messaged him a few times. We get confused by quite a lot of the community. He gets random messages from cards of mine. He's like, I don't own that card.
He's like, dude, you're from Missouri too? Oh, it seems like this extra 5 minutes is quite forced.
We're going to do it. We don't care how awkward it becomes. I think now that we've become like aware of it, it's become.
I think the best thing that could possibly happen is for you to go into McDonald's right now and order something.
Do you want me to take you in there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are we going to go?
Like, just get one more burger.
Be like, hey, my friends want to ask you something. Be like, hey, can I get 55 cheeseburgers, 55 fries, 55?
Do you want to order for me on the drive-thru? I'll take you through the drive-thru and you can order for me through the car.
Oh,
Jimmer
dude,
would love to do that.
Are you doing the triple Donskis?
Well, I wasn't going to, but my dog needs to eat, so...
Oh.
Yeah, let Jimmer order a burger
Is
for
he,
you real quick.
is he a fan of chicken nuggets?
We'll find out, won't we?
Oh, stop it.
Do you want to order some chicken nuggets for UK drive-thru?
Yeah, sure. Hey, this is
Sure,
me
why
calling
not?
from America. Hey, sir. Hey, sir.
Come on then. Right, let's go get some chicken nuggets.
Oh, chicken.
I'm never going to eat them. I don't know why we're doing this, but...
Okay, I'll go for 10 instead of 20 then. But
10? We don't do 10 here.
oh,
We do 9. We do 9. We do 9. Have a really weird numbering.
What? You have
Yeah, we do
9?
9. Yeah, we don't do 10. We do 9.
Okay.
We have 4, 6, 9, or 20. Random numbers.
Who's eating 6 or 9 nuggets?
We are.
We
Hang
have
on.
we have like 5, 10, or 20.
Hang on.
Oh, hello.
Order, please.
Yes,
Order.
I would like 9 chicken nuggers. What sort of sauces do you have with those nuggers?
Barbecue ketchup curry.
What was that third option, sir?
What was the third option?
Curry.
Curry.
Barbecue ketchup.
Calorie?
Curry.
Oh, curry. Mm.
Curry.
Yes, I will take 10 curry sauces.
Yeah, curry sauce, please.
Yeah, no, 9 curry sauces, 1 for each nugget. I'll also have a large French fry, one of your best, the best rated French fries this side of the Atlantic.
Yeah, the 9 nuggets with curry sauce.
Yeah.
And then, what do we want, Jim?
Oh, we'll take
Fries.
we'll take a large French fry.
Large fries, please.
Anything else?
Anything
have
else?
any
Anything else?
Do you have any holiday pies, sir?
Any holiday pies?
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, we got holiday pie in there as well.
I'll
We good?
take one more holiday pie. One more holiday pie. 2 holiday pies, sir.
We got it. Yeah, we got that.
2 holiday pies?
Yeah, we got 2 holiday pies in there.
Okay. Do you have one of those McChicken sandwich deals?
No, how much money do you think I've got, Jim? I've got to buy uniques, man. I'm going to run out of money.
I'll send you Venmo.
Can I get
Right,
something
we're good,
too?
we're good, mate. I'll come around the pie. We're good. Sweet. I've got Q behind me.
You're not gonna let me get
apologizing?
something? I wanted a
Alright.
McFlurry.
Oh, you want a McFlurry? All right, we'll get around. We'll get around there. We can add it when we get round. We'll add a McFlurry. Andy, you can add a McFlurry.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Actually, to be fair, I can actually eat a McFlurry. It's the only thing I actually want to eat out of this lot. So, yeah. Let's add that on.
Wow,
Let's say hello to the guy.
oh, I can't believe they have holiday pies. Oh, good day, sir.
Hello,
Hey,
mate. Can
well, hey,
I?
no, he's my Uber Eats driver. So I'm trying to make sure my order's right.
We got 9 nuggets with 9 curry dips.
Let's go.
We got
One for
large
each
fries and 2 Galaxy caramel pies. And we're going to add a Galaxy McFlurry for Andy.
What's the galaxy part of it?
It's just the chocolate that's in the McFlurry.
Yeah.
They have like Galaxy chunks and like Galaxy chocolate sauce.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
I guess that'll be. I guess that'll be
Triple
all right for me.
Scosmo's a legend. Triple Donskis, dude. He just parked at Donald's. Good.
Jumped
Oh
on for a
my
2-hour
God.
stream with Donald.
Oh,
So mate, can I add a Galaxy McFlurry as well, mate?
yeah.
Add a Galaxy McFlurry, yeah?
The blokes from
You got no ice cream?
America.
All right, no worries. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Sweet.
Oh, are we getting a crotch shot? Look how big that
Oh, yeah.
wallet is. Did you see how big that wallet is?
Did
Oh
I just
my
hear
God.
that the? Did I just hear that the machine was broken? Like all the ones in America.
Oh, the ice
I
cream.
got no ice cream.
Oh,
no ice
that is consistent. McDonald's
Yeah.
is consistent.
I
Yeah.
told you they were consistent. It's
Yeah.
always broke
Consistent.
here.
Their ice cream machines are always broken.
Yeah, they never have my radar either.
Dude, that is crazy. How are ice cream machines at McDonald's always broken?
It's a global conspiracy, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google that one. Christ. Okay, so Andy, have you ever gotten curry sauce from McDonald's?
Of course not.
What a treat curry sauce would be.
We have no ice cream on the fridge.
Sweet. There you go.
At least we got
Right.
one curry sauce for every chicken nugget.
Congratulations on your first ever English McDonald's order.
My
Nice.
remote. That's not true.
Your remote.
We went to the Liverpool McDonald's.
All right, well, the first remote order.
Yeah.
The first transatlantic McDonald's order. How about that?
Transatlantic.
How about
That's
that?
exciting.
Super duper. Love it.
Done well.
I'm gonna send you some money.
I'll send you some curry sauce.
Oh fuck yeah.
Are you gonna? Do you like curry sauce?
No, I'm not going to eat it.
Uh,
I'll eat the nuggets. I don't even want the nuggets to be fair. I'm not even hungry anymore. I've had so much McDonald's. I'm not fucking hungry.
oh, they're for your
No,
dog.
you're degenerate.
I was just so committed to getting this over the 3 hours. So I'm just happy to pay the £10 just to eat this McDonald's. I don't give a
You know
shit.
your degenerate ass is gonna eat every one of those.
Oh
nuggets.
yeah, of course I am. I don't. Look,
He's looking
said
at us
in
right now.
wonder,
Like,
but-
no, I'm not even
Andy.
hungry. I've already had McDonald's twice in the past 3 hours.
Andy, I didn't say I'm not going to eat them. I just said I didn't want them. Right?
Okay,
There's a
that's
big
fair.
difference.
That's
Big,
fair.
big difference.
Big
Big
difference.
difference.
I got it.
Oh God.
We made it.
I
boys.
am-
Hey,
We
hey,
made it.
we need to know if this guy plays so rare or not. Probably.
Should we ask?
Yeah. Hey,
I'll ask the next
You're still
window.
in the drive-through.
hey, do you like
Yeah, I'm queued up behind a guy. There's another guy in front of me. Funny enough.
Okay.
do you like fantasy football? Oh, you just paid. Okay.
Hey, no,
Yeah.
no. Are you into
Yeah.
crypto, bro?
Yeah. Yes. You got it. Hey, bro, you into crypto?
What's this geezer doing?
Hey, do you like working at McDonald's? You into crypto?
Can I interest you in a fantasy soccer game?
Do you have dogs? Do you like chicken McNuggets?
Lots of
Do you like curry sauce?
Yeah, is your ice cream machine broken? Because it's killing me.
Oh God, I need a piss now, really badly.
We can do that on stream too.
Hey, order another cup.
Well, yeah. All right.
Hey, yeah,
I got a cup here ready for it. Get a piss in the cup.
I mean, you had said multiple times on this that you're taking a piss, so I don't know
No,
what you have
sure.
to be.
Yeah.
What guy's doing?
Oh, I thought you were really manipulating the old
I thought I heard a zipper.
Gosmo Jr. there, ready for the cup piss.
Oh, he's ready. Don't worry. He's ready. He's always ready.
Have you ever strapped on a Stadium Pal, Scosmo?
Of a what?
A Stadium Pal. Have you ever strapped one of those models on?
They're strapped on a stadium, pal.
Yeah.
What's a stadium, pal?
It's like it's not totally a
catheter.
catheter,
It's a
but
catheter.
it's basically you pee and then the pouch straps to your ankle, so you can pee.
So like a
wherever-
nappy.
A nappy sounds like a better name for it if that is the same thing.
Well, okay, no. So for America, it's like a diaper, basically, right?
No, it's not a
So-
diaper. You're like peeing into.
It's like an ankle diaper. You just
well,
pee
you're
in your
peeing-
ankle.
Peeing
It's like a
into
bag.
tube that goes into a bag that's strapped to your ankle.
So
What
it's
is it?
like a diaper from a tube. Because you basically just walk around pissing
It's
yourself.
like a diaper, but you don't have to sit in your own piss or shit.
Have you ever heard of a colostomy bag?
I have actually, and I got a family member that has one.
It's like that for pee.
Thank you. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I've not tried one out, but sounds like convenient.
I mean, if you're going to Bulgaria, you might as well get one.
To be fair, I've been to Bulgaria before. It's good fun.
Well, I thought you were going. Well, okay. Well, maybe if you're
Well, we're gonna go
war-
back. We're gonna go back there. We're gonna go back there for some more degenerate activities.
If you're going
100%.
to war in Ukraine, you should probably keep a little colostomy bag.
To be fair, I probably shit myself as soon as I got there. Anyway, wouldn't really matter.
Well, you wouldn't be shitting yourself. You'd be shitting in the bag.
Yeah, that's true.
And the stadium pal or the colostomy bag.
Why is it called a stadium, pal?
Because
Is this
it's,
like a-
it's for stadiums, so you don't miss out on the action. You just pee.
So
on
is this like the opposite of like having the beer hat and then like the ankle
Well, I think
diaper,
I
right? So
think
like so you can drink from it, so you can have the beers in your head to drink from them, then just piss into your feet. It's great.
Yeah. A pro
So you just stand there and you have the whole process of like liquid in and out without moving. It's great.
You
Scasmo,
figured it
the big
out.
difference-
You have the stadium hat and the stadium pal.
The big difference is
It's just like
we,
it's a cycle.
we can drink beer. We can drink beer in our seats. You guys can't.
Yeah, that's true, and it's fucking
Oh.
depressing.
Dude.
It's
Why
fucking
is that?
depressing
Why is it?
because
Because
we're
everybody gets so angry.
everyone just has a fight all the time. Well, it is the reason they say, but it's bullshit. Like, you could easily, I can happily have a beer anyway, right? Like, I just won't watch the football. I'll just decide to go and spend my time in the bar and not watch the game anymore. So
I think a
Phil,
lot
you're
of
just
a
as
lot of
drunk and
people
fucking
probably
rowdy.
ruined it for everyone else.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's like that's when it's like people in America, while they make fun of us in America for not really being sports fans, and
You have to
everybody's
get the
like,
curry sauce out so we can see it.
oh,
I'll try
Yeah.
one. So I've never
You got
had curry sauce before.
oh my God, we might have just unlocked a real treat. But
Hang on.
while people make fun of America as like sports fans because it's like, oh, they don't really care, they have
Oh my
stupid
god.
chants.
They've not given me any curry sauce. I
Oh, zip
literally
it up.
paid for extra. I literally paid for extra curry sauces and they give me none.
Hey,
Look,
you know where
Look at
the
the bag.
entry to you know where the entry is to that drive-through, baby.
we're going back. Look.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
Sure.
two
at
pies.
this point, your first name is Karen. Now, get back in line.
Oh, look at those pies,
Yeah, they look good, don't they?
though.
But there's none.
Yeah.
There's no
Say-
sauce. No sauce.
Say hey. Say
Make sure
hey.
you get 9. We need 9 of them.
I was ordered this from someone remote in America. I'm their Uber Eats driver. They need their curry sauce.
Yeah.
I'm driving these to Missouri. I need some curry
Yeah,
sauce.
I am Scotts, Missouri, and I have a job to do.
Well, we did 3 hours. So go us.
Was
You
it?
need to
Hey,
get-
Andy, was it not less than 5 minutes ago where he's like, honestly, I'm not going to eat any of this. I'm not even hungry.
I'm not. I just had one. I just had one. I put it back. I can't even eat it. I can't even swallow
Was
it.
that the pie? Was that the pie or the nuggers?
That was the nuggets.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I can't even eat it. I can't even swallow it.
Dude, they slap.
Can we get our curry sauce, or are we not going to do that?
No, I can't be asked.
Well, you're taking a piss.
Yeah, he's definitely
I am.
taking the piss.
Man,
Well, I am really proud of us for going 3 hours.
We did well. We did well.
nonstop.
we did well.
Get it?
Well, I mean, you boys did an hour before me,
I
but
can go the distance.
Ooh, it's a
Is that,
Hercules.
is that Mulan?
It's Hercules.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Fries are-
can know the distance.
All right, boys, I am going to cut us short at 3 hours
Oh,
and 9 minutes
God.
and 11 seconds.
Well,
I do have to go.
that was
somewhere
great
else.
fun.
Guys,
That
was great fun, boys.
Great to see you. Great to see you, babe.
And you boys,
Keep it
it was
up.
great
Hey,
fun.
keep it up. Keep it up. If you don't win any of this weekend, it wasn't the Nuggets or the Pies.
No, it was the 5 a.m.
Yeah.
lack of sleep, probably.
Oh, turns out it's 5 a.m. now.
It is 5 a.m. now.
It's
And now
5
I'm
a.m.
tired.
and I'm feeling lonely.